Why won't you sleep with me? Shut up and sleep with me.
Clip it, clip it. Okay, we're here. We're going to do a show. Oh, maybe take me down a little bit. There we go. We're here. We're going to do a show. Let's hop over. Matthew
Hello.
Q, happy 250 birthday to the
Yeah,
best
go
gun
Marines.
club ever, the United States Marine Corps.
Okay, good.
Is that
Suddenly I'm like, oh God, I got the wrong one, but it is the Marines. Okay.
okay? I don't know. Satan Caesar, Cripple and Canuck, how's it going, Johnny? How's the hangover? No hangover. We're good. I had a very long recovery period afterwards. The drinking made my several of my own personal problems worse. I'll say this: the people around me had to put up with me being an asshole, which is unfair of them, and I'm sorry about it.
For them, not of them. For them.
For them. Excuse me. I don't know how to speak.
Yeah,
it's unfair for them, but we're good. I'm fine. I just had trouble moving around even more than normal. Brian from Nucleatic Lane. Ooh, I need to grab some crayons so I can make my wife's dad a cake.
Apparently there's a shortage of crayons today. What's with the crayons and the Marines? Are they so dumb? All they can do is use crayons? Like, is that the thing? I don't get it.
Marine, his wife's dad's a Marine.
Is that supposed to be the joke?
The joke is Marines eat crayons. In other words,
they eat crayons.
Right,
okay.
Right. So,
okay.
Did you blast off into space after the show Friday? Lots of hot stuff eaten. No, but I had really, really bad indigestion and heartburn for 2 days. So into Sunday, I had difficulty sleeping. I still haven't. I feel like there's a what I would call a salsa penance boulder in my lower abdominal region. It has yet to reach the cliff edge, but I can tell that it's at least meandering around the valley, and that it possibly even during this show, I may abscond for God knows how long to go, you know what? F me and everything running. It's over. If I feel like that's really going to happen and it's right at the end of the show, it'll be the most abrupt, like, uh-oh, gotta poop, goodbye, like kind of thing ever. Like that'll happen. He's going to make a beeline for the turlet, you know? So it's just, that's all it is. Was there any monitor injuries? No. Again, it affected a lot of my lower body, but other than that, I really didn't drink that much. And I was fine, I'd say about an hour later. So we're pretty much, well, fine in terms of that. My the drinking part had an effect on my legs, which made me pissy and difficult. But the effect on my legs persisted through much of the evening. and overall my legs have just been shitty a lot lately. The Marines eat color crayons, the Army eats glue, and the Navy eats jizz. Matthew just laying it out for. So just really.
What about the Air Force?
They don't feed the Air Force. Those dumb bastards will do it for free. Anyways, so yeah, no. By the way, that's that you can always count on. There's like a pecking order. So apparently it's like from like ripping on down. Generally, it's like Marines above Army, above Navy, above Air Force. But some people switch the Navy and the Army around. Either way, it's kind of the undisputed thing that the Marines just kind of get top bunk. And then, usually generally the lowest man on the totem pole is the Air Force, and most people don't consider the National Guard. So,
okay.
That's been my understanding thus far.
Good to know.
I've got all 3 chats up. Now I'm starting to worry. Are we not live on Rumble? Rumble is silent. No, we got people on there. We are live. People are already thumbing it up, which is just beginning, so thank you. Thumbs up help. All of that stuff helps.
There you
catching go. Up. Thank you, Digger. Thank you so much. Catching all of you up on the show goal thing. Friday's big thing. A lot of people, ooh, you hungover, whatever. It was a horrible experiment. It only got us to $15 left on November 24th. We're like a week away from banking out the entire month now.
It did exactly as these things are meant to do, and
right. I just want to say,
awesome.
I want to say I'm very deeply sorry to all of the people that had to put up with my difficulties, but I'm also very, very blessed by all of the people that helped with the show thing and the funding thing. That makes me feel super duper confident in doing the shows going forward. We just do the thing and have a good time. So thank you. I heard a Navy story from a guy I went to college with. Apparently a guy woke up one night with a sore ass.
Ew.
And a white liquid dripping.
Ew. I think if that really happened, I don't think that's a story he'd be telling.
I don't think, look, no offense, I don't think you come to, pun intended, during, post-coitus. I don't think you're like, oh, wait a minute. I thought I had a terrible dream where I rode the world's worst bicycle and I woke up with a sore ass. And it's like, no, I feel like your body will wake you up during penetration and not like, oh, the absence is what.
That's got to be one hell of a roofie.
Like that's the most messed up version.
Look at the Diddy parties. These people probably had zero idea what they were doing.
Dear Lord, wasn't his ass literally or figuratively sleep? I heard a story I went to college with. Apparently a guy. All right, so it was a different guy. And again, I don't.
Still. Yeah, I don't know. Unless you were like some sort of roofied. But good morning, Monday morning.
You've got to call the admiral. We can't come into port. Why? Because this boat can't dock until we know who the grapist is. We're gonna send them around. We're gonna investigate. Get a JAG officer. We need a JAG officer to. This boat is on quarantine lockdown until we figure out who the hell it was that went unauthorized into Sergeant Davidson's southern locker. That is not permitted in this Navy. They found the guy, apparently got some drugs from Thailand. Oof.
Jeez. That's, one of a zillion reasons why I try not to eat out. I mean, you just never know.
I'm sorry,
tipping was invented so that you tip at the beginning of a meal?
Let's not talk about money for a minute. So we're talking about a story of one guy graping another guy, and your response is, that's why I don't eat out.
Well, yeah, because you can't trust people. He's on a boat.
Anyways,
oh, and that's why I don't eat out.
yeah, we found it. Don't worry. Don't worry. You found it eventually.
Sorry.
All right, so I'm sorry. I interrupted you. Tipping is done before the meal for what reason?
Oh, originally you tipped before the meal so that the person cooking the meal, preparing the meal, wouldn't put anything in it. We had to make sure you tipped high enough. If you had people that were after
that sounds like a double-edged reason. Like if you tip high enough, you're like, all right, now I'm going to kill you. Like, that's just, I don't know. It sounds awkward. Rusty Graham over there, good to see you, buddy. It was nice to see the chats moving. When they don't move, I'm worried we don't have a connection, and that's my biggest problem. We have a bunch of stories to get into. We have a couple of things to talk about. One that I think I'll pull up right now. You weren't aware of this, but the Trailer Park star and I guess partial director Bubbles.
Yes. Wow.
Bubbles on Trailer Park Boys. Let's go to the reporting in your neck of the woods. Mike Smith Bubbles of Trailer Park Boys has been charged with essay, and I don't mean the gas station. Yeah. The charge stems from an alleged, this is from December of 2017, an incident in Dartmouth. Mike Smith, the actor behind the character Bubbles on the Trailer Park Boys, poses for photos at the 24th Annual Gemini Awards in Calgary on November 14th, 2009. Smith has been charged with the assault in relation to a 2017 incident. Well, why is it all coming to light now? What took it so long?
Yeah,
curiosity.
That's a long time ago.
I get that some of this that we're sniffing up on a decade. What was the holdup, buddy? Oh, great, Rusty Graham.
Yeah.
Great job on the studio Bubbles. Sponsor. That's a hell of a nice graphic. Thank you, Mr. Q. Is Aaron trying to phase you out of the show? No, and here's why. He could just have me off the show. It's not.
Yeah.
It's that the whole like the time change thing is a whole like collection of things. One, I have, and it's a well-known, well-documented issue. I have a problem with yawning early in the morning. It doesn't stop for a while, and even if I talk about it, sometimes it kind of brings it on. So I don't like. Anyways, so that annoys the piss out of him. And so he figured, give me more time to sleep because that's obviously what the problem is, and which it isn't. But but I appreciate the man's effort. But and then he figured, get something out of the deal. Third day a week, so that way, like today, he had what I would call a toilet, like a turlet emergency. Like this man.
Yes. At a turlet emergency.
This man was crapping a redwood tree, and so like I get it. And so not having somebody to, and keep in mind, it has zero to do with me, literally having nobody to pass the ball to. And then, so it's like an extra day a week for, the odd brown out. And then that's kind of where we went. And so he's doing that. We changed the time frame. So I'm working the exact same amount of time. So he doesn't have to pay me anymore because I'm not working anymore. So we're good. So I wouldn't say it's phasing out. Again, I don't know why. Like, if he wanted to phase me out, he'd just get rid of it. That's a weird question, but thank you. Almost 10 years. Yeah, 10 years is a long time. Does Lab teach CPR? St. Aaron, I don't believe lab classes, butt breathing classes teach CPR specifically. That's something you would have to bring up with Lab Glass yourself in your own private discussion. I refuse to speak for the man. I just want to say that the studio sponsor is Lab Glass's butt breathing classes. Lab Glass's butt breathing classes. It's a breath of fresh ass. Anyway, so we have Mike Smith. Mike Smith.
Lab Glass is saying all sorts of classy sponsorship. There you go. Yes. All sorts of classy sponsorship.
I hope he's happy with the logo. I would like to point out, everyone like, oh, dude, how was the hangover? You were so drunk. You didn't have to tell me what it was. I didn't have it written down. I remembered his request, and I feel like I delivered. Rather succinctly. Anyways, at least good enough for the next month. Which, by the way, we are 1 week. We're 1 week away from funding. Holy shit!
1 week away. Nice.
We're on the 24th. We're $15
Yeah,
on the
you guys
24th.
rock.
So if you throw anything on Venmo, PayPal, or Streamlabs anytime today, tomorrow, whatever, it's all going to that day. So thank you very, very much. Saint Caesar S, you're joining Steel Toe an hour later now. I'll just an hour later, and I leave a half hour early, and that time adds up to the extra, again, because that's 2 periods of
Wednesday.
1.5 hours. And
that's
then
up to 3.
That adds up to 3, which explains the 3
on Wednesday
that we do on Wednesday. I don't know. Here's the thing. People are just like, dude, you're dumb. You're retarded. I'm like, right. Why am I doing math for you? Anyways, but yes, so it's all good. Well, that's good. Boycott Steel Toe if he fires Johnny. I don't think he would ever fire me. But here's what I'll say. If he fires me, I'll be like, okay, cool. Later. It's his show. And what am I going to do? Piss and moan about it? Like, I will find other things to do. Alrighty, so they won't be as fun as goofing around on the Steel Toe show. Because anything other than that won't be as fun. So, whatevs. But hey, we're good. According to the documents, the filed Nova Scotia Provincial Court, Smith was charged on October 2nd in Halifax in relation to the alleged occurrence that happened December 30th of 2017 in Dartmouth, NS. What is NS? Nova Scotia?
Yes. Yeah.
Because you told me now you've got that weird province of Nunya. Or none of it?
Oh, none of it. None of it. They just joined the Confederacy. None of it.
And you want us to take you seriously?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
N-U-N-A-V-U-T.
Brian saying it's hard to boycott a show when I am not watching. Well, you know,
That's
again,
true too.
I would say don't boycott it. Watch it if you enjoy it, or don't watch it if you don't. I've been trying to do this myself, and so this is more me speaking it at me than telling people what to do. But goddamn, if I'm not trying to cut out all of the negative energy stuff I focus on and just focus on the positive stuff. Like, the negative stuff is going to happen, whatever. But if you spend unnecessary time and energy dwelling on it, you get nothing. So just move on. Who's got more Somalians, Canada or Minnesota? Minnesota, hands down.
Minnesota. Definitely. There may be some Somalians out Toronto way. I don't know. I know there's
out
some Christians. And Krutches, yeah, I don't know, but whoever they're fighting with back home, they brought the war over here, and it's in Toronto. But I don't know if there's much Somalians. Definitely not here. We're Indians, both types. Before anyone needs to ask. Hi, Shade for Days.
Shade for Days saying, did you see the insane Aves?
No.
Avalanche, or who's the Aves?
No, Avalanche versus Canucks. Or Oilers, sorry. Gosh, I can't speak. No, but I saw the stats. I saw that the game happened and something about something in the game. So I figured it was amazing enough. I was going to go and find some good highlights later. But I don't have access to the game necessarily. And I forgot when the games are happening.
That is not true, Saint Caesar.
I gotta get on that.
Yet.
As more of some. Yet. 9-1. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I saw something in the headlines, but it just kind of. It's so early in the season. I don't really need to pay much attention yet.
One moment.
Fucking Canada, der. Rusty grammar. None of it is full of Inuits. Yes, it's N-U-N-A-V-U-T. But yes, none of it is full of Inuits. Yes. Whereas over here in BC, they're mostly Métis. And well, no, not so much. Well, Métis and Haida. Haida specifically.
Oh, and here's another thing too. Everybody's like, dude, yeah, how did you? Oh, your show, you got. I totally remembered that the mic thing came loose. Something I'd wanted to happen for a very long time finally happened. And so today before the show, I put my new, bigger, thicker, more women are pleased by it mic cover on. and I'm so happy because one, now I don't have a face. There is no face.
Yeah, you have nothing. Yeah, you might
It
as well
works
be
a little
wearing
better.
a COVID mask.
Works a little better from a distance. It muffles background sound a little bit more because it's a bigger thing you got to get through. It's a little more wind friendly. Not there's a lot of wind here, and you call yourself a hockey fan. Yeah, I can't believe she does. I haven't been a hockey fan for a long time.
Power Windows is saying it was weird seeing all the Toronto Blue Jays fans' reaction in interviews. Most of them were brown people. Yeah,
dude, you're right.
Like I said, we've got a lot of people from India that have come to Canada in the last decade, or so. Like a large amount of people from India. So yeah, it's kind of changing the face of Canadian main cities of Canada.
I did it again. Remember how we started the show?
Oops. And I did it again.
Exactly. And I thought that that today was the 11th.
Hey, Cool Frog. No, today is the 10th.
Yeah, I had to listen to Cool Frog and change the date. So
okay.
I'm totally not going to each of the streams independently now. And
you could just say that you were practicing for your Canadian.
How am I practicing for my Canadian?
Because we do it the right way. We do day, month, year.
Nope, that still doesn't work because it was 11/11. So how does that?
Sorry, I tried to save you.
Yeah,
right too.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, sorry,
but now it's just like, hey guys, if you make 3 lefts, that's the same as a right, and it's like 1, 2, 3. No, that's not true at all, sir. That's not that square don't circle. And now I've got to literally edit all 3 of them one at a time, which I am totally completing, and now nobody will ever know going forward that that mistake was ever made. It'll fade into the thing. I also haven't edited the wall scroll. Uh-oh. I don't think we need to have the thing about the Go F Me show on November 7th, seeing as how it's the 11th.
Yeah, you're good.
Let's
apparently this is now AI Johnny.
I'm AI Johnny?
It's not actually you. Yeah, now that the mic is there, you're hidden enough. AI or hologram Johnny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, then I can't wait for Aaron to find out about tomorrow. I'm sure he'll be super thrilled. He'll just be like, yeah, dude, this is cool. Because honestly, I just don't want to. I've wanted to use this one for a while. It feels more fun to me. It's more cartoony, and it just makes me giggle.
Yeah.
And I feel like anything that puts me in a giggly mood, probably a better way to go. So, freedom units will always be superior, says Power Windows. He's right. Absolutely right. 3 rights makes a left, bro. Yeah, dude.
You say that, but then we get to like the temperature, and at what point does water become ice?
I was wrong. It's 4.
We call that 0. Analogy. It's easy.
Yeah, no, I you know what it
Makes
is?
Sense.
Juggling too much
Anything
shit.
colder is a minus. Anything warmer is just itself. It's so. Yeah, it makes so much sense. It hurts.
I kicked myself right in the ass, as Mysterious Stranger is pointing out, with the 3 lefts do make a right, or as he said, 3 rights make a left, bro. I was wrong. 7 no's and a yes means yes. Brian saying it snowed last night. Yeah, there were parts of the country that received snow last night. We did have snow in areas. I don't think it snowed around here at all. We haven't had any snowfall here yet, but it certainly has gotten colder. I was telling this to you. I'm gonna have to start wearing socks just because freaking floor is so cold. So yeah, we had some snow. It's snowing in Wisconsin on Saturday. Oh, great. Just in time for Christmas. And for, what is it? The 200 series deer opener. I am not a hunter. And because of this show, when I was doing the show this morning, Aaron's like, oh, we're getting kicked by deer opener, but that'll be over at the end of the week. And I'm like, no, it isn't. Deer hunting goes on all month. That's like 3 different series. This is the 100 series that's starting now. And then he looks it up, and I'm totally right. And I was just like, yes. And it's not that I knew that information, that I was smart. No. Somebody else on my show told me that, and I had to go look it up. So it was like a weird Back to the Future moment where I got to see my past self make the mistakes I made, and I go, you're going to learn. But yeah, so we had that. So it's snowing in Wisconsin. We've got that report. We've got a whole bunch of other things to do for a show today. I think we've caught up with the chat. Novowet is full of rusty grammar. I cannot confirm. Thank you again for pointing that out, Cool Frog. Glad that I noticed that now, thanks to you mentioning it and dealt with it right away. All right, so we've got a story about the Pennsylvania healthcare system, I think. We've got a Florida. We've got a couple of Florida stories. We've got like a fun animal Florida story and an interesting Florida person story. And when we get to the first Florida story in the list, maybe we should, ask which one we want to do. But and then we also have a World War II vet talking on Good Morning Britain, saying something that I don't know if it's right or wrong, but good God, to watch somebody say it is kind of funny. So
it's good enough.
So we'll see. Anyways, and all that stuff. We have the Venmo, the PayPal, and all that shit pinned in all the chats except the Rumble. So I am gonna see if those are still the thing. Is that yes? All right. So I can pin that there, and then pin this, and then they're pinned in all three. So if you want to support the program, please do. We're on the 24th, though, so we're not going to, like, stress it or anything. We're doing good. Which one do we start with? Oh, yes, the healthcare. Healthcare system glitch. Okay, so this is one of those things with me saying I want to look at doing different...
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Now I can't find the cowbell.
Uh-oh.
I did. It's just out of reach. Mama, help me. Same as Tom Cruise. Northern Finlander subscribing for 32 months, sir. Thank you very much, Northern Finlander. That is immense. It helps keep this program going. Cowbell coming in for you. Hey-o. There we go.
Awesome.
My wrist is getting weaker. I'm doing too much lifting with it. The Fallout 4 anniversary dropped a few hours ago. They are greeting the fuck out of it. Fuck Bethesda. Why is there a Fallout 4 anniversary edition? We already had like the Fallout 4 release with the premium and all the extravagant stuff. Then you had the Fallout 4 complete collection with all the DLC and crap. And just this is another thing with Skyrim. They keep remaking Skyrim. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Skyrim was a great game. It had a lot of interesting features, and it was fun to play. But it's just like, no, why don't you make another Elder Scrolls game and not just Skyrim re-release, Skyrim digital re-release, Skyrim VR edition? Like, there's 8 million Skyrims. Creation Club content.
Yeah, that's the Fallout 4
Shade
stuff.
for Days wants more oomph on the cowbell. What up, bud? Hope all is well. Northern Finlander, all is well. We are forward onto the 24th of November for a goal. So it's $15 and dropping fast with donations like that. So thank you very much. As for the oomph on the cowbell, my wrist is not doing well. I mentioned this I took Thursday off last week. I fell like 3 times. My arms are kind of effed up. I'm kind of doing several things personally, but I'm in a tight holding pattern of if this gets just a skosh worse, we're going to non-emergency. And we're like, look, we better look into this. Less may not be more in this case. So we're keeping an eye on it. But healthcare system glitch causes hundreds of Mainers to receive letters indicating their demise. This is strangely funny to me. No, we have the ABC one. Do we have a video story? We do. Yeah, I don't care. I was just gonna skip it, but that noise is this the
storm is strong as a Category 4 hurricane hit.
Is this talking about the hurricane?
Typhoon causing massive flooding and landslides.
I'm worried it's talking about that.
Over 1.4 million people so far. The winds so powerful it made this.
Is this just the headlines?
Flap like a flag. Now forecast.
Holy Jesus, that is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Though.
To hit Taiwan's densely populated west coast is a typhoon.
That's
Here at
why
home, more than 120 million
like
people
that,
bracing
so
for
it
the
can
first wintry
flip and
blast of the season. Parts of the Midwest already
I
have
feel like
seen
we're not gonna
a
get to
foot
it.
of snow, with lake effect storms expected to sweep from
All right, so
Chicago
this
to
is
Vermont.
just headlines. We're gonna just skip
That's
that.
what I heard. Lake effect, something or other.
Today, and in the
out
southeast,
east.
an unseasonable cold snap could bring freezing temps from Dallas to Savannah, Georgia. Better bundle up. The news never stops. Neither does the extreme weather. I'm Kira Phillips. Thanks for.
Yep, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for this story. So apparently, a large healthcare system in Maine apparently said it sincerely regrets an error that mistakenly sent condolence letters to patients about their deaths.
Now, why on earth would you send a condolence letter to the patient who died?
Maybe to their family, like condolences on the loss of your loved one. But Shade for Days, now I feel bad. Don't feel bad. And the LOL makes me think you don't, which is great. I'm happy. Yeah, no, I don't know why. I'm assuming, again, it's for the families. But either case, it's just hilarious that people are opening their mail like, oh, no, I'm dead. Honey, I've got some bad news for you. Look, Beatrice, are you sitting down right now? All right, Beatrice, I got some horrible news for you. I've been feeling a bit under the weather. And now I wasn't sure this from the start, and I didn't want to worry you or the kids, so I kept it to myself. But I opened this letter, and I regret to inform you that according to our health insurance provider, I'm fucking dead. So I don't know if I'm supposed to start giving therapy care to children or what the deal is. Maybe you and I should take up pottery. But apparently you're talking to a fucking ghost right now. Like, that'll be great. I would love that. Or Bradford says, oh crap, I died. Shit. I guess I don't need to follow any of the laws, right? Like, guess who's not going to work today? Like, you coming into work today, Tom? No, I'm not. Why not? Because apparently I'm fucking dead. All right? Like, no offense, but I feel like the afterlife is no place to work a 9 to 5. What do I need money for? My car? I ain't driving anywhere. I'm fucking dead.
Rextar's got the right idea, though. Think of the luck if you've been planning on faking your death.
Oh, yeah.
Suddenly it comes in.
Your best piece of evidence is somebody else's fuck up. It's not even a forgery. It's a typo.
It. Dropping it back in with the mail and then packing a bag and disappearing.
Or even worse.
Wife comes home.
You're one of those couples that like old Irish couples that doesn't break up, they just fight harder. And it's like, now you've got permission. And you're like, oh dude, so if I body this motherfucker, nobody will know. They already sent me condolences on the death. He's already dead.
I can finally whack him over the head with the fish pan. Yes.
She's cooking eggs and bacon, and she's opening the mail, and so she's got to go in there. And then suddenly she's like, what's in the mail? And also just picks up the frying pan, dumps the eggs and bacon into the sink. Nothing! And is just emptying it out, and then just turns around with the frying pan.
Oof.
So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I wouldn't pay taxes anymore. It would be great. I mean, that's the worst part, though, is like the government is always like the medical insurance company made this snafu. The government isn't going to, like, they didn't file this for everybody. They just sent the condolence letters out. It's not like you got a death certificate and it's filed. Uncle Sam's still going to come knocking. But I like where your head's at. The government declares you dead, get that life insurance and new social security number becoming illegal, and get it on that free shit. Get in on.
Get in on. Yeah. Don't get it on with the free shit. You don't need to be getting it on with the free shit. Any of it.
No,
None of the free shit should you be getting it on with.
I don't get it. I don't get it on with the free shit. Why,
Good.
Where
but you should get in on it. That would totally be a good idea.
Oh, getting in on it sounds fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sign me up for that. All right. Great.
Call him B, please.
we've got 3 hours of a program to go for you folks. We've got a lot of different stuff that we're going to be talking about today. I have been checking to see if we've had any more news on the government shutdown. So far, we haven't heard anything other than it sounds like they're going to pass. Now, this is where it's like a mixed bag for me. On the one hand, I do want the government shutdown thing just to be over with, because it's not like it's going to last in any sort of perpetuity or in any meaningful way. So it's like if this bill is just going to get like an uncomfortable turn on the turlet, it's going to get pumped out. Like, if we're just going to do that, then let's do it. I do think it's kind of funny that after the elections are over and the Democrats have secured as much of a resistance as they possibly could, they finally went, yeah, you know what? Maybe if we just separate it and do an independent vote on the whole medical stuff, we'll just do it that way. Which, by the way, they didn't. They did the whole government shutdown because they couldn't hold up the vote for the medical stuff any other way.
Yeah.
So putting the medical stuff on its own vote means that if you're forced to vote on that issue separately and independently, it's just going to either A, be stagnated again, but more than likely B, they're just going to cancel it. So after all their bluster, it was just a holdout for the midterm elections. And now they're going...
just enough to piss the people off.
They're going to betray everybody that stood by them this whole time because, again, their movement was, well, just until the voting's done. We'll hold out long enough after the elections to make it look like we're not completely folding like a cheap suit. But no, as soon as that's done, we're going to... And by some miracle, like long shot odds, we suddenly upend everything. Now we're in charge and we can go, oh, we're not doing this. But yeah, that didn't help. So yes, Maine Health sincerely regrets this error and has sent apology letters to all patients who have been affected. The spokesperson said, at no time were these patients listed as deceased in their medical records, and the issue has been fully resolved. Right. But
good.
How many people were so happy when they found out how close it was? Like, it was time to get rid of them. Finally be over. No one wants unpaid tower control people. Unpaid tower control people, I know everybody has been saying, like, if the SNAP benefits end, there'll be riots. So nobody wants the SNAP riots.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. The air traffic control is an issue. It's an issue over here, too. We actually close major airports over here regularly for certain hours.
Well, I found out something interesting when I was kind of flying by the seat of my pants this morning with Aaron while he had his issue in the restroom. I was pulling it up. There have been a massive increase in private charter flights since this whole snafu and government shutdown.
My climate change.
Right. But hold on. Listen to this. That was about to start getting clamped down on because that was becoming a problem. So a lot of people that maybe rode first class or whatever because they could, with commuter flights being rerouted and things being changed, switched to just being like, I've got the money. I'm taking my own private charter flights, from A to B.
Fuck the plebs. Yeah.
And now those people are getting pinched on, and all of a sudden we've got a government deal, and we're going to get these air traffic controllers back in the towers, by God. And I'm sorry. I'm just the outside looking in. I'm like, oh, so that's when you finally turn. So when the people inside couldn't see anymore, that's when you turned the lights on. I get it. ATC is so wild and strict. Air traffic control. Yeah, I don't know. O'Hare in Chicago.
Brian, it's the same over here.
Had a ground stop for an hour because of the ATC lunch break. And that, again, that 1 hour... That 1 hour stoppage, like most of us think, like, all right, so for an hour, one for us, one for you. Is that what you're saying?
No. There's like you would assume people don't work more than 12 hours at air traffic control, so they've got to give them at least 1 hour break.
I don't know.
12 hours. I'm guessing. So that's 2 people to work 1 day's shifts. That's 2 lunch breaks minimum. You've got to
say, Aaron. For the record, I would run Tower for free. Sorry, 747. Your new call sign is Star Destroyer 14. Come over. Here's what I think. You know what, though? I bet those fucking pilots would have a lot more fun. That's right. Star Destroyer 14 coming in for a landing. Dun, 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 dun. Pilots, this is your captain speaking. Buckle the up. Dun, 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 dun. We're here to whack some rebels. Dun, 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 dun. They're going to have fun with it. This is where it gets weird. I actually I did this for a little bit because my brother was into it and he got me to try it, and oh my god, did it suck. I played an air traffic control game when I was a kid. And here's what's amazing, like the technology of air traffic control may have gotten more modernized overall, but it's quintessentially you just stare at a screen of little green blips and they tell you what height and what location they're at, and you've got to organize how they get to the airport and to the various runways so that they don't hit each other. Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, as a job, I'm like, I don't know. My brother got into that video game around the time the movie Pushing Tin came out. Do you know what that movie is?
Oh yeah. I remember that one.
You remember Pushing
Tin?
That one
had Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton, and do you know the other one?
Will Smith, I think.
Good God, no, not Will Smith.
Oh.
Shit. Now that you said it, now that you just said it, fucking A. I'm spacing on it. I got to pull up a different movie. Or no, let's screw it. I'll just pull up Pushing Tin.
I Will Smith is. I'm thinking of a golf movie that he did.
Yeah, but that's still not together. Pushing Tin. Tin Cup is not Will Smith.
No, I know.
Tin Cup is Kevin Costner. Pushing Tin was Billy Bob Thornton, and it was a big time from John Cusack.
Oh, John Cusack. Yeah, I like him.
Fun factoid: who's one of Billy Bob Thornton's big first Hollywood romances?
Not Cusack. His sister?
No.
Oh.
Angelina Jolie.
Oh, you're talking
Co-star
about
on Pushing
Angelina
Tin.
Jolie.
Played his girlfriend on Pushing Tin. Boom, we hit the whole thing.
Is that from that era? When they're walking around with each other's blood in vials around their neck?
I don't know if it's at that point in time, but you could argue that that's where their relationship began, because Angelina Jolie played Billy Bob Thornton's girlfriend on Pushing Tin.
Okay, I'm conflating it and another movie, so now I'm getting myself confused. So, well, it's got the...
It's 1999. It's not that far ago.
Yeah. I'll have to watch it, put it on the watch list. So
I don't know that it's that good. Honestly, it goes
on the list of shit.
Dude, it's about two hot-shot air traffic controllers showing down. Like, how can I fit more planes into this runway? Like, it's just...
Yeah, but you said it, John Cusack and Billy Bob Thornton. That sounds good. Back when the movies were good. I've got a list
Angelina
of movies I need to
kissed
watch.
her brother. Didn't she have a blood necklace? They did do that eventually. Orson Welles. Nope.
Yeah.
St. Aaron, The Legend of Bagger Vance. I think The Legend of Bagger Vance, is that the Will Smith golf movie? I can't wait for AI ATC. Right? I can't wait till air traffic control is like, it's like, copy tower. This is Boeing 747 out of Chicago, looking for a landing vector over. And also the thing just referring, this is Mecha Hitler. How many Jews are on board your plane right now? Like that's what I'm waiting for. Or the AI will take a nod from the Trump administration. I'll be like, all right, now before we allow these people to land and deplane, how many of them are fat? Just out of curiosity. We're not taking in any more. We've taken in a lot of people. We're not taking any more of the fats. We can't have any more of the fats.
Now, if you're just visiting, you got a passport, that's okay. You can come, you can spend your money, you can go home. But if you want to stay for a while, if you need a visa, you got to stand on the scale over here.
We are fat friendly that way. I'm gonna say.
I don't know where he gets off. He's fucking fat. Like, come on.
Honestly, here's where I am at this. Like, enough stuff, and maybe a proof that it worked. I'm one of the dumb plebs it worked on. Enough stuff happened beforehand where I thought he was an outsider, like to do stuff that the government wouldn't do because he was not one of their people. But I gotta say this: whether they turned him, like after the shot event or any of that stuff, I very much now am of the opinion of like he maybe was an outsider, maybe in his first run way back in the day, and when January 6th didn't slow him down, they went, can't beat him, join him, and they twisted him to their narrative. Because we were promised no new wars, Doge was supposed to be effective. Right now, supposedly the tariffs are going to deliver $2,000 checks to people. But if we get all that money picked up into pushed into people, we'll see how that goes. So that'd be interesting. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Shade for Days, you're weirdly good at ATC voice. That's again because I played the video game and I watched Pushington. And all of these things done because my brother was really into them. And when I was younger, you know, when you are a little brother, you idolize the older brother because he's done stuff before you. And then as you become an older person and he's still your older brother, you realize, oh no, that guy's just a douche. And that's all it is. And so that's where it lands. But you know, you got to grow. Right. These are the growing pains of growing up. This is again where I get that whole like, incest makes me uncomfortable. Like I always think like anyone who thinks incest, anyone who thinks like step stuff is like, you clearly didn't know, because it's just no. I know these people. No.
Turns out one of my sets of step siblings I went to school with and tangentially partied with on multiple occasions. Had no idea that much later in life they'd end up being my step siblings.
That could have got super awkward.
Yeah, yeah, it could have been. It wasn't. It could have been.
Yeah.
They were both just younger than my brother and I. But yeah, it was interesting.
That is not good. Now my phone's flashing all over bejesus belt. Uh-oh, missed people? Uh-oh. Missed calls. Missed calls. I don't take phone calls while I'm doing this. I take phone calls after the show, and I answer voicemail messages after the program, but not during. Yeah, this is true. Us older siblings are douches, Sarge Magnus.
Well, yeah, I have to say, as the older sibling,
You were a douche?
I was a bit. Well,
you're a bit
not
of a
douche, but yeah, I did.
Was it because of all the camping?
I got blamed for fucking everything. It didn't matter who did what.
Oh, suddenly
it was my fault because I'm the oldest one. My brother was the golden child, so that didn't help.
Wait, like from the movie with Eddie Murphy? Holy shit, that was your brother? Man, my favorite scene in that movie is the pop can part where the Pepsi can dances, and then he squashes it just to piss off the big, like, Neanderthal brute dude.
Dude, right over my head. I have no idea about that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
The Golden Child?
No idea.
You don't remember the Golden Child? Oh. In my opinion, one of Eddie Murphy's best films. The Golden Child was an excellent movie. Eddie Murphy was very like sarcastic and comedic, not unlike Beverly Hills Cop, but it had a much more serious plot centered around a heartwarming aspect of apparently some sort of like blessed like Tibetan child. So it was just kind of fun. And you know, it was It was I don't know, it was good. It was all right. And it had a lot of great fun Eddie Murphy moments. He has to get like a blessed dagger to kill like the demon, and so to ask for it, he's like, I want the knife, and then they're like, you have to roll these spiritual talismans to say it, and like say it in a chant. So he gets it, he starts like mixing, he's like, I want the knife, and then it comes to an end, and he spins it, and he goes, please, like it's funny. So it's a good time, you know, not like I said, worst way to spend an hour. I accidentally pulled that thing up on your screen.
E. Arthur and Betty White. Okay.
Yeah, wait. Watch Golden Child. You can see how cheap gas was back then from exterior city shots. No, St. Aaron, we don't want to hate ourselves. We want to have a good time. Yes. The worst part is that gas was so much cheaper, and ours is supposedly so much more efficient. So we're supposed to be getting more bang for our buck now, but oh boy, is it expensive. Fucking kicking the dick. All right. So again, we have all three chats up. If you say it, we'll see it. Rumble started out nice and then just slowed to a stall. I'm wondering if a lot of our deer hunting audience is Rumble people. Maybe that's where it's at. Because normally we have a little more movement than this, but whatever.
Well, I know that Wild is still. She went up. She and hubby went up for the
moose hunting
50th anniversary of the
Edmund Fitzgerald.
The sinking of the Fitzgerald, and then they were going to close up. the cabin. She said, so I'm not expecting to see her today.
I can't attend the 50th anniversary of the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald. They always say never return to the scene of the crime. So I have to.
You have to avoid that.
I have to stay here. I wasn't even born then. It's fine. All right, so we've got that.
That would have been cool if I was on that side of the country. That would have been a neat thing.
Just so we're clear, I don't know if you realize this or not. Rexstart parody account wasn't serious. I was trying to reference the B. Arthur Betty White thing. He was making a joke about them being Golden Girls and that they were in the prequel to The Golden Child.
Oh, for 5/6s. Okay.
Yeah, because I was racking.
I thought, because I know that they did do some movies together at some point.
Well, yeah, I was racking my brain over that. Like
I assumed
I watched.
That would have been.
I watched Golden
funny.
Child several times, and I was really trying to remember where the Betty White was in the movie. And so then I had to see the comment. When I saw the B. Arthur Betty White, I'm like, oh, yeah, dude, because the Golden Girls. So that was that bit. Now we figured it out. Thank God, because we only have 10 minutes left in the hour. Laglass, sorry, I'm taping mini doors. It fucking sucks. That's all right, buddy. If you ever get a spare moment during the show today, let us know how you feel about the sponsorship title. In public or private, and if it needs to be addressed. Because, again, very, very honored and gracious for all of the support we've had. So we want to make sure that we take care of you guys. 28 deer down on the farm here, says Matthew Q. You mean like alive? Like you have them down on the farm, you have 28 deer just like as a population? Or you've taken out 28 of them? I feel like the DNR puts limits on that shit. You're not allowed to take that many of them. It's not just like as many as you can hit, right? Like when you go deer hunting.
Maybe if they get on his property, that's fair game.
I don't know.
And they're running away from all the other people.
See, this is one of those things where, again, I feel bad about this because on the one hand, deer are quintessentially like giant children. And on the other hand, they're fucking annoying. Like they get in your shit. If you grow a crop, you can't keep them out of it. Good luck driving in the fall. Like in about 2 weeks, I'm gonna lock down my car behind a garage door, a boulder, and a fucking pile of dynamite, so no deer can get near it. It's horrible. Stripper Scouty Band. It's about how many you can hit with your car. Shade for Days, Lake Superior. I don't know that. The man has a right to defend his property from a deer invasion. I've also heard that deer actually quite fond of the marijuana. Just eat it and fucks him right up. It's not my fault. These deer keep running into natural flying bullets.
Nice.
Matthew Q says we had over 60 people hunting on over 2,000 acres. It seems like a low number. So those 60 people, they're hunting on what? Like your 2,000 acres. Now, do you get like, is there like a deer tax? Do you get like a portion of the kill or whatever? Do they bring some venison back, or do they leave you like the back half of the deer? Like you get those 2 legs, we get the ribs and the rest. I don't know how it works.
You get entrance fees.
Here's what's happened. I've watched too many survival shows where they break down and butcher animals. Then the closest to any of that I've ever done is like prepping and dressing a turkey, which is not nothing, but it's after a lot of the majority of the work has been done. So I still don't know what to talk about.
Yeah.
Mysterious stranger. I hunt deer with my car. I've hunted a few deer with my car. I've had 2 close call bumps, and I've had one that I probably freaking creamed that fucking deer. And the cop like had to go down the road and find it and pretty much put him out of his misery, I'm sure. And I felt horrible about that. And that one totaled my last car. But the first one I had a bump on the front of my car that like the deer kind of bumped up, but I stopped enough and the deer jumped up enough that he just kind of did like a really cool like 50s like Fonzie hood slide. And I was super grateful for that because back then I couldn't have afforded to have to lose the car. It's all family, so no taxes on hunting. Well, I mean like, I don't mean taxes. I don't mean like like money taxes. I mean, like, and how about one of them? I've heard venison, as long as you hunt them right, butcher them right, and prep it right, venison can be quite delicious. And I've had venison jerky, and when I was younger, I can't but I'm very easy to win over with jerky and salsa, as I proved last Friday by eating that. And by the way, I have taken 2 other jars of salsa and diluted that stuff down. I'm down to 1 last jar of salsa, which I would dare to say I would be using tonight. But tonight I've got plans for a pasta dish, so we're probably not doing salsa tonight. Be careful with giving deer a bump. They already have enough energy.
Right? They don't need the bump.
That's not the bump. It's not the bump I'm talking about. I've never dabbled in such stuff, sir. I enjoy it thoroughly. Remember, in through the anus, out through the mouth. That's, again, advice from Lab Glass of Lab Glass's butt breathing services, or butt breathing classes. Lab Glass's butt breathing classes. When you want to learn, you want Lab to teach you. When you need the information, you need Lab to reach you. So get on out there and reach out to Lab Glass for Lab Glass's butt breathing classes. Lab Glass's butt breathing classes. It's a breath of fresh ass. Anyways, I borrowed that line from a movie. And I don't know if anyone will know where that movie line came from, but I realized it's perfect, and I'm using it for that from now on. We hit a small mountain squirrel in 37-inch tires.
Splat. Right?
It's just sad. It's sad. All right, so air traffic control is not available right now. You're in a queue. Oh, no. Oh, no. I think he's talking about the AI air traffic control thing. Like, you're loading, like, pretty, like that, like I told you when you were watching me play World of Warcraft for a little bit. You're like, so what? You just wait for the group to queue and you guys get to go. I'm like, yeah, I lined up for the dungeon. I'm in line to, as you would say, storm the castle. Dude, I can't wait until there's an actual castle, because you'll be like, have fun storming the castle. And I can finally just go, I will! That's totally what we're doing this time. I totally
It actually
will.
fits.
I really, really will. All right. So we are coming up on the end of the first hour. We still have a bunch of stories to do for the first hour. I kind of want to save maybe this one for tomorrow. This is a rip and read, so we'll have to put it in between one of the other two. We've got a story about a Florida man arrested by police, or we've got a story about an animal in Florida being utilized by the police. Which one do you think would? And we've got a video for at least one of them. Which one do you think you want to get into?
Let's do Florida man's animal problem first.
Animal problem? There's no animal problem.
Let's do the animal. You said there was
utilized.
An animal.
Police are using an animal.
Yeah. Let's do that.
The Florida police are employing an otter to help them locate missing people.
Turning heads with an unlikely new recruit. It's an otter trained to help deputies find missing people underwater.
Normally, canine units can track scents on land, but...
And everyone knows the otter is just the Fido of the sea, so let's just send the otter out to get him.
Once the trail hits the water, dive teams are left searching murky canals, lakes, and ponds with little direction. Now, a local nonprofit is working to change that.
Yeah, CBS 12's Jack Wu is outside the Martin County Sheriff's Office tonight with the story. Hi, Jack.
I want to play some D&D. I just play Stoned MTG. It's kind of fun. I don't know.
Never played it. I don't know.
Never played what? D&D or MTG?
Well, I thought.
Do you know
MTG
what either of those are?
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
No.
Oh.
Magic the Gathering. This is. I'm sorry. Did I nerd too hard?
Okay. I know that D&D is like role play, so I assumed that the character that Shade for Days was playing was a character that seemed like Marjorie Taylor Greene, but stoned.
No.
Sorry. Misunderstood that completely.
Unless, you know what? You know, it'd be really funny if you were right and I was wrong, and he went to the Margie Taylor Greene, and I nerded out really, really hard and saw the letters D and D, and immediately thought MTG, Magic the Gathering, because I nerd so hard. Nobody's ever nerded like that before. So hard.
But really, he and I were both making fun of Marjorie Taylor Greene.
See what I mean? Let's find out about a rescue otter. Glad we pulled that.
Otter work.
Glad we pulled that story over for a minute to address that very important
to help find people for decades, but now they're putting their trust in an otter. Splash the otter, depicted on this challenge coin, represents the first of its kind. A search and rescue.
Depicted on this challenge coin. All right, Snowfets, we're investigating. We're investigating the challenge coin he held up for a split second. Dude,
yeah, but do we get what's the challenge? Can we collect? Is it collectible?
I guess it's
finding. How people are with cards.
I guess it's finding people underwater before they drown. That sounds like the challenge would be for the rescue otter.
It's the first of its kind. A search and rescue animal that can smell underwater. The sheriff tells me that innovation like this can help save lives.
Aww.
Meet Splash the otter.
He's
a
just
search
a
and
cute
rescue
little
otter
otter
who's helping first responders across Florida. Splash has the unique ability to smell human remains underwater by shooting air bubbles that trap the scent. Law enforcement from across the state, including West Palm Beach and Riviera Beach, took part in training with Splash at the Martin County Sheriff's Office.
Now, this is the part that worries me. So we're going to release this otter into the Florida waters to find people and bodies and things under the water. I just kind of feel like, you know what else might be hanging out around an underwater corpse? A fucking alligator. Like, I just feel like, how long until Splash becomes somebody else's lunch? Like, are otters common in Florida? Is it just, I
guess they must be. They must be. They wouldn't just chuck her in there by herself. Go hard.
Grammar.
There's alligators in that there water. You have fun.
Sorry, I can't add to the chat much today. I've got a service call in Minneapolis, and this place is awful. I can't fucking believe people actually live here. Yeah, dude, don't worry about it, man. It's all good. I just noticed, like, it just, the whole show started slower today. I was wondering if maybe it's still coming over. Splash becomes backsplash. Should use a polar bear. They can scent through feet of ice. Yeah, but I don't know how our polar bear is going to work in this environment, AP. The otter will be just fine in the water with the gators and crocs. Yeah, and again, I feel like the otter, they like to eat meat.
Yeah otters are carnivore.
Well, yeah, they're carnivores, but so are, like, I don't know, that's a crocodile. I feel like crocodiles and alladils are gonna. It's a crocodile and alladil. Like they're gonna eat the otter too, though, aren't they? Like
I don't know. I think they wouldn't be training and spending all this time and energy and money training this otter if it wasn't going to be safe in the waters.
I don't know. I'm gonna say
otter in the water. Gotta be safe, right?
Rhymes.
I love you.
Michael Hadsell with Peace River
Search and
Rescue.
He's just so cute.
So he decided to train Splash in the first place.
They're much bigger.
To solve a problem, and the problem is that we miss more recoveries than we get working in low visibility diving and forensic diving. And so I'm trying to put the odds in our favor so we get more recoveries, and that's what the otter's for.
Reports suggest Splash is the only cadaver otter in the world. Hadsell says Splash participated in over 20 missions so far, finding 4 bodies in that time. Martin County Sheriff John Bootsy speaks on the
everybody
impact
just watched the
this has
scritch.
for his deputies.
Dude, you can't resist it. It's like a subconscious urge to scritch the otter. Like, no, I gotta scritch this furry little otter.
A lot of innovative things with technology, AI, but we're going back to the basics of using an animal to do what they do best, and that's to go in their own environment.
Use an animal to do what they do best, and that's to go find people and fuck up their life. And quite frankly, nothing, when it comes to underwater, nothing's going to get up in your ass faster than an otter. And that's why we're going with the otter.
Detect things that don't belong there.
Sheriff Butenseek says the county responds to about 1 to 2 people each year who go missing in the water, in many cases going unsolved. The demand for a cadaver otter is so high that Hadsell plans on training another one next year.
I could probably stay out 52 weeks out of the year and just keep working. So we're going to need another otter to help with the call volume.
Splash isn't just popular.
So they have to have another otter because they're doing too many.
There's too many people that they need to go looking for underwater.
This otter's overloaded, and we need another otter.
He can't do it all himself.
Yeah. Wow. He's found over 4 in the last year. I think we covered everything else. He's an Asian small-clawed otter. All right, so again, I don't feel he's normal or native to the area. That's all I'm saying. Just hope he's not food.
Well, he's done multiple. He's found 4 bodies. Obviously he's okay. He's able to navigate the waterways without concern.
Shade for days. They are so mean. Yeah, maybe the otters would cup an alligator. Sound like the otter get another one. Mean, yeah. Oh, thank you, Zader. And sounds like the otter get another one. I see what I'm smelling what he's selling there. Gator bait, says Lab Glass. That's kind of what I thought. I thought like the dead people would be the gator bait, and then the otter would be collateral damage. So
I don't know.
How do they make the otter come back?
Training. I don't know. Probably give him a gift, like a treat, right? How do you train a dog? How do you train a cat? Repetitive.
If that otter ever decides he's got it better by saying these people, then he's just totally gator food. He's totally gator food. They swim faster than sharks. The otter will be fine. All right, so AP, again, taking me to animal school. Just let me, you're stupid, Johnny, and here's why. And he's right. They swim faster than sharks, I guess, so they'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, because, well, no. Is it Shark Week they're going after seals, not otters? That's right. I'm confusing. Okay. So that's where I'm confusing that. We've got a story about a robbery of TVs, and I kind of want to do that. But it's not a very big deal, I'm guessing. Let's see if this news agency did a video on it, because we've got the never mind, it's just a picture. I was hoping it was body cam video. Apparently 2 men are facing charges in Georgia, and the reason is 80 TVs were stolen from a stopped freight train have been found in the Georgia woods. Now, it's not to me that they found the TV. They found 80 TVs. It's not that they found the TVs. It's that there were, again, fucking 80 of them. Let's zoom this in a little. There we go.
Yeah, even flat screen.
And again, just random stashed in the woods. Just like, let's hold these right there. And there we go. Otters are just skinny beavers. Beavers are so fucking huge. LOL. Says Shade for Days.
Beavers are a lot bigger than I thought as a kid that they were. Yeah. They're much, much larger.
Either way, I don't trust the otter lasting in that native environment, especially if a python gets at it. But anyways, so back to this. I kind of want to get through. I'm going to get through a couple of these because we have a bunch of stories left for the first hour. We haven't even finished the first hour stories, and there's the one that I showed you that still picture of that we're going to want to watch.
Yes.
And then there's the other Florida guy thing. So I'm trying to wrap this up. And after this one, I've got a great story from a World War II vet. So we've got a lot of amazing, and we only have 2.5 hours left. So I got to kind of move.
Oh, okay.
I'm a
we
little
gotta crack
nervous,
on
though.
then.
I'm a little nervous though.
Why?
Well, because we have 2.5 hours left, but like 2 hours from now, like Al's going to the vet. He's getting taken to the vet for his checkup thing. And the worst part is like his medication is low. So I want the appointment done so we can have his medication. I'm nervous to hear. Like, I'd really love to hear, like, it'd be a sigh of relief of, like, his hyperthyroidism was a temporary thing and it's back under control and everything's all hunky-dory. And I'm like, oh, hey, okay, hooray. I'm pretty sure that won't be the case. And then I don't have to buy meds, but I want to get his meds, and I'm nervous to hear that he's all good. And he's getting his arthritis shots so he can jump up in my lap easier. So more yowling and more jumping in the future. But so 2 men in Georgia arrested for TVs being stolen. Otters are dangerous as all hell. That guy does not make the. I'll be honest. Just fuck it. We're not on the story yet.
That one's a trained otter.
Yeah, that otter.
That otter has been human.
That otter is fucking doing some PR work. Okay.
Yeah, that otter has become friendly with the humans.
Well, no, but that otter was adorable. That otter was like a well-behaved lap cat. So I'm just saying, other otters, like natural in the wild otters, might be horrendous jerks, but nobody will believe that because we saw these cute little guys and like, oh, just look, he has this cute little. He's like making little noises and chirps and squeaks. He's clearly uncomfortable, but he's trusting the human, and everyone's getting a good scritch in. It's just like, yeah. Like, I know that was an otter, but I have a cat that has similar behavior habits to that fucking otter.
Yes.
All right, so, like I said, misleading motherfucking otter.
It is.
So
it is misleading.
That's going to lead to lead to horrible human interactions with otters. If cats are like humans when it comes to thyroid, he'll still be on pills for the rest of his life, just like me, says Sandy Squatch. Well, I mean, but I can hope. True, but they are vicious, especially in groups. Right, if we start building this otter cadaver diving force, how do we know we don't just end up making some weird Asian otter army that now tries to take over and conquer the south of Florida? I mean, the only plus side is that they'll somehow deal with the pythons. Like, the otters will attack en masse. The python gets one, and all of them attack the pythons. The python's fucking dead. I mean, anything to get rid of the pythons.
Maybe we could release the alligators over at Alligator Alcatraz for a bit, send them in. See what kind of damage they can do.
We don't keep alligators over at Alligator Alcatraz. We keep illegals.
Well, I thought there was alligators there to keep them in.
They're just naturally there, though.
Oh.
Like
thinking, well,
the general thinking is,
course?
did you think like we built an alligator moat? No, it's the general thinking
it's surrounded by alligators.
You're surrounded by alligator, like the swampy swamp alligator land, which is difficult to traverse. Difficult to get through, loaded with crocodiles, and not to be underestimated, the occasional giant python. I'm sorry.
Well,
I know you didn't think of that.
We're training up wild animals to fight each other. Then perhaps,
dude, are you kidding me? Wild animal deathmatch would be awesome. And in this ring, I don't think that I'd have a horrible. I would never want to watch wild animal deathmatch, but like just proposing the idea. And in this ring we have the black bear, and in this ring we have the white bear. Finally, years of racial disparity being settled here now. Oh my God, the white bear wiped the floor with because, like, dude, the polar bears
matter.
Polar bears are big and they don't fuck around. Like, I mean, say what you want, but that black bear, like, that's not fair. That's like, it's like Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Facing off against him. That's not fair.
In comparison.
All right. Nope. LOL. Just hunt, says Shade for Days. Arch Magnus Pokemon. This is how you get Pokemon. Pokemon. When the otter returns, the head trainer says, "Welcome back, Otter." Oh.
A great show. That was a great show.
I can't agree with that because I never watched it.
I can't remember it, so I just remember it being a great show because we used to watch it all the time.
All right, then. And falling iguanas.
Oh, yeah,
dude. What? How do we know the otter doesn't get taken out by a falling iguana? That's another one where that weirds me out because they can survive in the area, but not very well because of the temperature changes. So I don't know if iguanas are native to Florida, but the falling iguana is native to Florida. Because the temperature dips and they just pass out and fall out of trees. So they just... I have a friend who was actually hit by a falling iguana.
Really?
Yeah. Fucking hit by a falling iguana. Polar bears will track you for 20 miles. Yeah, and black bears can only follow you a couple blocks. It's insulting.
Grizzlies can do the same thing as
AP
bears.
Saying they're an invasive species.
They're pretty mean.
Okay, so that's one where they're an invasive species. So on the one hand, you got to feel bad.
The iguanas, the polar bears, or the otters?
All three. But the iguanas, at least in Florida, the iguanas are falling out of the tree. And on the one hand, you want to feel bad. On the other hand, you're not supposed to be here today. So I get it. And it's like, you got to kind of enjoy it too. I suppose as long as it's not out of out of a tree and into a windshield. And now all of a sudden your windshield is in it. Because some of those guys can get pretty big. Shade for Day saying invasive and huge. Yeah, they can get pretty big. And this is the worst part. The humidity in Florida allows insects to generally get, I don't remember specifically, I think it's like 10% larger. So they get a little bit bigger in Florida. The bugs are like I heard this from one of my sisters who moved into that area. They're a little bit bigger, and it's unsettling. And then you have to be worried about your backyard. Like the stuff she told me about that's in her backyard or was in her backyard of her last house, where I was like, and you just let your child go out in that? What is wrong with you?
Within 2 feet of a black widow or a brown recluse at all times where I am.
Guess who's moving to this side of the border because your real estate sucks. All right.
But it's not really within 2 feet. It's really, they're not, you see them, they stick to their area, you stick to your area, everyone's happy.
You know what? Let's not say we didn't. Spiders. Speaking of spiders, Black Widows reminded me of this. Season 5 of Stranger Things is releasing in 4 parts. I heard there's a 5-minute trailer. Do you want to see the 5-minute teaser trailer?
Ooh.
We might do that for some time. We'll see if the audience wants to get into it. We can do it. Yup, palmetto bugs get huge down here. Dude, I bet. And that would, or huge down there. They'll knock you out. That's... If they land on you, yeah. Snakeheads.
Oh, the temperature's dipping. Put out your umbrella for the lizards.
And walk between rivers. Oh.
God forbid.
Honey, you better grab your umbrella. What? There's a cold wind. There's a cold chill coming through, and I don't want you to get hit by iguanas. So just, I mean, it's sunny out, but it's unseasonably cold. So
it's chilly.
Passed out iguanas.
Walking down the street, and all you hear is thunk.
You know what? If you're one of the predatory cats of Florida, I don't know if they have like cougars and shit down there. But yeah, dude, fucking passed out iguana. That's just a meal waiting for attention. Anyways, I'm in a weird mindset since we watched that Alone show. I'm glad we've taken a break from that because it was messing with me. I was getting to the point now, like I'm starting to feel like I'm doing a documentary. I started monologuing to myself around the house, like I'm washing the dishes, and like I'll just turn to the camera and I'll just go, look, it's difficult, just to sit here and do these dishes like this, in this uncomfortable chair. But I've got no choice. I mean, I can't just stand, no matter how much I want that to be the case. And this is something that, some people might say, why don't you have more people help you? And it's like, no. If I can't do it myself to that point that I need someone doing it all the time, things need to change. So I'm fighting to keep my place in the world, and that's what keeps me going every day. And then I just hear, Johnny only washes dishes twice a week. Like whatever the fucking thing is. And it's just... It's the weird, like, annoying, like I can't tell if they're trying to defog a camera lens or if they're frustrated. So it's this weird, like, and it's just, I don't know.
Yes.
Puma are down there, but bigger in the northern range. But again, Puma might like some good old
falling
iguana meat. It's a lizard going on outside. Bundle up. I like that. It's a lizard outside. Honey, make sure to dress warm. It's a lizard outside. They're everywhere.
Bring your reinforced umbrella, honey.
Did you guys get snow down by you, Johnny? We got about a half inch between Saturday and Sunday. My legs have been super duper shit, and I haven't left the basement since Friday, unfortunately. I was so bad on Friday that I decided after falling 3 times on Thursday and doing something stupid like drinking, making things worse on Friday, I had to ask Ivy's mom to bring the wheelchair down, which I found out later was a very, very large inconvenience for her, and I feel horrible about it. So yeah, but she did that, and I've had the wheelchair down here. I've used it intermittently on Friday and Saturday. I've been avoiding using it since then, but yeah, I don't know, man. Overall, my legs are just in this weird spazzy spot. So I haven't been outside. I haven't seen if we got snow. I haven't seen any snow. I don't think we got snow. I didn't get any reports of snow, so I think we're good. But I don't believe we got any snow. We're caught up with everybody. So we can actually, holy crap, and we're almost halfway.
We could do a story?
Hey, guess what time it'll be in 2 minutes?
220, 220.
Dang it, you figured it out. I was wondering if you knew where I was going to go with that. Like, you're adorable and I love you, but that thing, like the way you call it every time, like, 420, you're like, 220. And I'm like, yes, we get it. For you, it's 220.
Well, I know, and then you tried to turn it around on me, but where you were,
but you're using logic.
620,
you're
620.
Assuming,
and that it didn't work when you said 220 because
but you're not understanding. My point isn't to correct you with the accurate time that I have in my time zone. My plan is to just annoy you with ranting 220 in your ear, because I'm mocking you for that. Like, I'm mocking you for the just 220. Like, we get it. You live in a different time zone. Okay? Fucking slow your bean. Okay. All right? Jesus. Snow, Satan Caesar saying snow can suck a dick. I've certainly never seen it do that, but hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, build the snowman to your specifications and pray body heat doesn't do too much damage.
Hello, Dazzler. How you doing?
I got frostbite on my dick. How? I tried to fuck a snowman. Do you think maybe if you'd snow woman, it would have gone better? Oh, I couldn't find a snow woman. Why not? I didn't have the balls. I get it. But then
I'm looking forward to the snow.
Yeah, I don't know.
We had such a mild winter last year. Like, one of the things I love most about living here is we get 4 actual seasons. Last year wasn't a season. It was just a slightly colder, slightly drier fall.
Bad Dazzer, hello. Arch Magnus Tim saying, but the snow does blow. Yes, it does. The snow does blow. An ice cube in the mouth, BJ, feels like a blizzard. I mean, which kind? Like the blizzard like you get at Dairy Queen? I don't know.
I don't know. I think it would have to be the other kind because there's no flavors to an ice cube.
I've been out in a blizzard once or twice, not very often. I've been around them quite a few times. Have actually been outside in a blizzard once or twice. Never had my dick out, especially to the point where it could feel adversely colder than the rest of me. So yeah, I feel like frostbite got to my hands and my feet. My dick was fine. Which is
well, according to Prince Harry, Elizabeth Arden 8-hour cream is phenomenal. Put on the tip of your todger if you get a little frostbite there.
Well then,
yeah.
I guess some people need to whack it in extreme conditions. Bad Dazzer, Johnny Digger, hi. Yes, again, good to see you, Bad Dazzer. I can do without the snow until I get my body back, says AP. Yeah, if I had a fully functioning lower half, I love the snow. Then it'd be snow forts and sledding and fun stuff with the goober. But
I used to build tunnels through the snowbanks.
Really?
And you could go for ages in the different tunnels connecting. And yeah, it was fun. Loads of fun.
All right, then. Yeah. Did you put your weed in there? You never had...
For children.
You never has a shag in the snow. I've never had a romp in the snow. No, I have not.
No.
Gotta wear those flannel condoms once the snow
I've made out. But yeah.
I've made out, but as soon as he tried to get my pants off, I went, all right, let's take this inside. I feel like, and I don't remember, it's been a while since I've watched like porn, but I remember like one of the old ones I first watched back in the day, like, when you're in your early 20s and porn is cool because I don't know, whatever.
Flash Gordon.
No, again, no. I remember one of them. I don't remember anything. I don't remember the actors or actresses, what they look like, but I just remember the premise of it, and I found it so cute and enduring. The lady had a scene of like, no, let's just F on the bed. It's way more comfortable. Because like normally in the porns, they're like, let's do it here and let's do it there. There's like a kitchen scene and he's like kissing on her and she's like, but let's go in the bedroom. It's just more comfortable in there. And like normally, like in those movies, it's just like, no, this stuff's happening. and they're throwing at it, and it's like, oh God, there goes the chicken, the turkey croquettes, and now the gravy's all over the place, pun intended. And you know, they're licking it up with their fingers, the gravy, not the man gravy. But like again, just the lady, just like, and it just again, this is one of the parts where normally with most porns you don't believe the acting because that's not what you're there for. With this one, you could tell she was speaking from the heart. She's like, you know, it's just like, I get it. You're going to frickin' throw a frickin' hot dog down my hallway. But like, how about we just go where it's comfy? You know, there's the bed's there. It's soft. I can lay there.
I've been shooting for 14 hours now. And I just handle, it would be nice if I could just take it on a bed for once.
Right.
I've taken it in the counter and on the stair and on a windowsill and in an elevator and going up a stairway. I've done it on a subway and in a cab. I've been doing it while walking down the street in the middle of New York. Can we please just film a scene where I can be laying in a bed having sex, please?
Yeah, all of that will never be clipped. All of that will never be clipped. Anyways, so yeah, I feel like I'm with you. It's where she's at. She's like, hey, look,
I'm done.
If I get one more fucking like skin burn from the fucking goddamn linoleum tiling in this fucking kitchen, I swear to God, if I get grout rash on my gash one more time, I swear to the Lord above, like this is over. So it was a very, I don't remember how we got on this, where we were talking about that. This is a really weird divert. AP Matthew Q, howdy. That's acting. There's acting in porn. Well, they try to. Did they have to bring the dishwasher her head was stuck in? See, I don't watch that stuff. That's the weird, like step stuff. This is back in the day when romance movies featured like couples that were together and were like married and like weren't even tangentially related or brought together in a weird, so like there was no, because that's why that stuff weirds me out. I feel like that's way more investment. I'm one of these, I'm old fashioned. I'm like, you know what? So the story is what? The guy's delivering a pizza and she's a single lady? No. The story is she's coming home from work early and her stepson's there. I'm like, whoa, pump the brakes. That's kind of up. I don't want to see that. Whereas again, I'm way more comfortable with no. It's just a loving relationship, and you use the whole loving couple part as a visual aid for personal reasons, which was my thing, and that's where I started, which is where I should have known I'd never work out with the way it's gone today, because that was my deep end when I gave in. It was like, hey, you know what I think is really kinky? When they're married, like just. I should have realized I was in for trouble. Whoa, let me tell you, things get really wild here. They were engaged first. Oh, no. So it's not a good thing. I just took a crap in my litter box. Please clean it up, Johnny, says Johnny's abused cat.
Well, that's good, because you're on your way back to the vets. So better to get it out.
Well, that's the problem. Like which abuse?
Yeah.
I have two cats, and I have to be honest.
Have you abused them both now, or
no?
I just thought it was Adolf.
That's why I'm trying to figure out which one is he insinuating I've abused, because I'm trying to think of it. Like Alucard's been getting treats and medications galore, and because of that, Integra's been getting treats galore. I even got the I would call it the for lack of a better explanation so people can understand visually, I even got the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson eyebrow earlier when I asked if Ivy's mom, because she's going to take Al to the vet, she's able to do that for me today. Thank God, bless her. So I asked her if she wanted to take my last tube of liquid cat paste, and literally she got an eyebrow like, what the are you talking about? And I'm like, oh, it's these cute, like, and I'm telling her about, it's these cute little tubes. You just you rip the tip off, and it's got a little tiny, like, draw point, and you just squeeze it out. It's just a little line of cat paste that they can all just lick like crazy.
Like cat crack.
Yeah, and she proceeded to look at me like, dear God, what, how does that help me? And I'm like, I figured like corralling him and wrangling him up. She's like, yeah, it's not a problem. So apparently I really overtreat my cats. Like, I'm like, oh, I can't get you into the cat carrier until I squeeze half a tube of tuna flavored like sludge in your mouth.
Oh,
so
yeah, because that's his routine with you.
Yeah.
She
Dude,
won't put up with the bullshit, so he's got a different routine with her.
She came down. She came down when we were clearing all this up, and I was giving her the money to pay for the appointment. And she comes down, and then she goes into the other room. She's like, "Why is Coffee in here yelling at me?" I'm like, "Oh, because I've been giving her treats." And she just goes, "Of course you have." So yeah, so we do. Driveway Junkie. Good afternoon, Johnny. I bet Johnny MS shakes make him beat that pussy up like a jackhammer. No, but this part is true, Groucho Marx. I do have a very weird face 99% of the time, but when I come, there's a strange like cerebral palsy moment of clarity where I'm like, now I'm all right. So there we go.
Okay.
My wife made me wait 6 months when we started dating before coitus. Now that we're married, it's about the same. Right, but at least you're used to it. You know, that's why she kind of
coming.
She kind of trained you into the routine.
Mm-hmm.
The same way I've gotten Al into the routine of taking his pills, but that little Houdini, I am getting to the point where I'm gonna have to start like checking his throat like a psych ward.
Did you find more pills?
No,
spat out?
No, but the last one I did give him, little bastard looks like he swallows it, and I let him go, and he sits down next to me, and I start scritching his head, and no sooner do I do that, he spits his tongue out twice, and then just shoots right out of him. And I'm like, you little furry turd bucket.
He's actually able to like cheek it and then pull it up.
Lab glass.
That's awesome.
Holy shit, Corey's live. Oh, that's awesome. I don't want to necessarily stream snipe Corey, but I might look into that. That's super duper cool. I haven't heard from Corey in a while. I'm curious. I hope he's doing well. Let's go look at that. Is it Twitch or his Rumble? Which one is it for Corey Adam Comedy? His YouTube? Let's try the Twitch one. Because he used to do a show. Like, that's why we did ours. He's got a Just Chatting stream up right now. Nice. I'm curious what's going on. It does not look like a whole lot of what's up, but there's some people in the chat, and now the source is gone. Twitch Talk is going to be live? Did it end? It seems like it ended.
Oh.
This is weird. Is it a Rumble thing?
I have no idea.
No, it says
don't
he's
even
live.
know who Corey is.
Yeah,
like,
no.
He was one of the sidekicks at one point, right? Of Steel Toe?
Yeah, he's a second mic and a comedian. He moved down to Texas when a lot of comedians moved down to Texas when Joe Rogan went down there and put up comedy clubs. There's pretty much 3 cities within like a half a mile of each other, or not half an hour of each other. So like if you're at the right spot, you're like 30 minutes from 3 major cities with possible comedy venues, and Joe Rogan started putting up his own comedy clubs down there. So so that's his
it
thing.
ended.
It ended. All right.
That says it ended. Yeah.
Yeah. No, like I'm checking it. It's weird because it was up, and then I was like, why did it go bye? And it still said it was live. So yeah, I don't know. That's I don't. The post-nut medicinal issue clarity removes brain fog. Yeah, man. God, someone did a very funny skit about that. All right, we have 2 hours left in the program. I'm getting stupidly sidetracked. We were talking about stolen TVs. I don't know that I even care anymore.
Yeah.
We kind of showed
I don't
the picture.
either. I'm gonna get pulled down off the TV for a second. I need to pour a coffee and do a dab, though. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
I'll give out the facts of these quick while she's doing that. 2 men are facing charges in Georgia after police say they tried to hide dozens of TVs in the woods after stealing them from a train. Now, my question is, if you're hiding dozens of TVs in the woods, like, how did they find them? Were there like AirPod tags on them or something? The city of Fairburn Police Department says their investigation began on the morning
They have to stake it out?
of November 1st, 2025, when they received a call reporting suspicious activity near the railroad tracks. When officers got to the scene, they found a stopped train and dozens of boxes of TVs hidden down a slope in the nearby woods. So you didn't even move them that far. You were so obsessed with getting so many TVs, you didn't bother to take them far enough away from the scene of the crime. Body camera footage showed the stacks of boxes of 65-inch TVs on top of one pile, and a pair of bolt cutters could be seen. Officials estimate that the 80 to 100 TVs were recovered from the woods and collected as evidence. Each TV had a suggested retail of $350, making the total amount of the merchandise stolen around $30,000.
Wow.
While officers were searching the area, officials say investigators stopped a van that matched the caller's description and appeared to be looking for a place to pull off on the side of the road. At least one of the men in the vehicle had been arrested on charges connected with cargo thefts in the past. Okay, so yeah. All right, I'm sorry. We know who we have. Tommy Woods and Michael Finch were turned over to the CSX police and who are leading the criminal investigation. Both men are charged with second-degree burglary and cargo theft with a value of more than $1,500. Jail records show that Woods was released on bond Tuesday. Finch remains in custody. The case is a strong example of how community awareness and coordinated policing lead to meaningful results, said Chief of Police Anthony Baziadillo. Wow. Baziadillo.
Yes.
That's a name. A citizen's decision to speak up, combined with the swift work of our officers and the partnership of the CSX police, prevented significant loss and further criminal activity. All right. Again, these guys weren't exactly smart.
No.
Was Johnny Tran involved? Lol. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who Johnny Tran is. Should I know that name?
I don't know.
I'm spacing that name, which is unfortunate for me. So yes, there we are. Those TVs did not get very far. Oh, that'll become a story of the week. Is the curtain twitcher getting a reward? Who's the curtain twitcher?
What's a curtain twitcher?
Well,
Dazzler said that? I don't want to know.
Oh. Are you the curtain twitcher? Who's the curtain twitcher?
I don't know, but it's usually dirty. That's all.
Who watches The Watchmen? All right? The answer is me. I love that movie.
Not me.
You don't love The Watchmen?
No, I don't watch The Watchmen.
Have you ever watched The Watchmen?
I'm slow. I don't know.
Dude, not only do I love The Watchmen, I love it musically for two reasons. One, the rendition of Hallelujah and the editing that they do to the scene and the way that they really like lean into the sexual implications of the song Hallelujah. Amazing. Two, there's a scene where, and I believe like in the uncut director's versions, you don't see it, but the scene where fucking the atomic guy or whatever, the giant blue guy that can do whatever he wants and change his body mass and size to, anyhow, there's a scene where he's like walking in like Godzilla, pretty much like a giant dude. And in the like theatrical release, they put him in a somehow magically keeping up with his ability to change size, blue grape smuggling Speedo, or green grape smuggling Speedo. In, I believe, the unedited version, they didn't do that. And so there's one scene where you can't help but laugh. And me and my friends, because it's the music, dun, 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 I think that's the Flight of the Valkyries. Dun, dun, dun,
Yes.
dun. Well, while that song's playing, we're like, giant blue penis, giant blue penis, giant blue penis, conquering all. And it's just a good laugh. And so I can't take that moment seriously now. Because again, Dr. Manhattan, thank you, Arch Magnus. Dr. Manhattan. It's a very good story. It's a very good, like, I have the comic too. It's a very good graphic novel. And in a lot of ways, one of the reasons I like the movie is because when they made it, they went, hey, we don't have to change anything. We just do that. Kind of like the reason that What's his nuts first Lord of the Ring movies were so good. He just literally made the books movies. That's it. That's all. He followed the rules. Dr. Persian Hatton bigot. What?
I assume that's a joke from the movie.
Why
Hi,
would
Buck.
you
How
want to
you
hang with a
doing?
bully?
Hello, Fava Slava or Flav Sava.
Who's what? Dr. Manhattan? What?
Yeah.
I don't
Person
understand. Well,
I don't know.
who watches those who watch after us? Well, it's just Manhattan is gender biased.
Oh, Manhattan. Gotcha. Gotcha.
So I understand what you're saying, JKD Buck. I understand that. You know what it is? That joke was too smart for me. I apologize. So yes, Corey was live. We covered that. We caught up with that chat. So yes, Person Hatton is why he's going with Percy.
Oh, I get it.
Percy Hatton. So
I
it's
see
not,
now. Thank you.
Right. I'm kind of just waiting for you to come back because
that was a very big dab. I've got to do it twice.
Okay, that's what she said. Remember, guys, I don't make these things up about myself. She's the one who said I have a big dab. All right, so one of the
you
things.
can bring me back.
Okay, one of the things I love. They used to have a show called Kids Say the Darndest Things, and I feel like you can do that with kids or old people. The difference is when you do it with old people, the odds of racism are higher. So guess which one of those two is my favorite. Anyways, Remembrance Day, a World War veteran remembers his comrades. So this is on Good Morning Britain. This is a British officer or former British officer in World War II. Very, very heavily decorated. You might not see Diggers cutting off part of it. Lots of medals and badges and acknowledgement of. So let's hear what he's remembering about World War II. Here we go.
Remembrance Sunday mean for you? What is your message?
My message is, I can see in my mind's eye there was rows and rows of white stones of all the hundreds of my friends and everybody else that gave their lives for what? The country of today. No, I'm sorry. The sacrifice wasn't worth the result that it is now.
Oh
my God.
Dear Lord. I don't know.
Man.
Like, I feel bad to see him uttering this. It looks like literally doing this is going to. Aaron is a bully. Okay. Okay, Flavor Saver. I'll say this, since I'm doing my own show here, I've kind of made it clear I don't really worry about that. You want to call an Aaron a bully on his show, I don't really want to get into those weeds with you. But if you're spending the time of my show now talking to me about him, it seems like you have the issue to deal with. So I'll just let that go. This video is sad. It is sad. It's sad because this guy is, again, like, he's not wrong with what's happening in his area. I am. All right. There you go. Aaron is balding. These are thoughts. You're allowed to have them. All right. So this guy again, crying his heart out, and it's just you know what? We took a break for you. I'm gonna have to play this dude's video, and then I'm gonna go run and use the potty.
What do you mean by that, though?
What we fought for. And what we fought for was our freedom. We find that even now it's darn sight worse than what it was when I fought for it.
Oh,
dear Lord, I'm having trouble watching him with the hyperventilating part. It's crazy. All right, I have to use the restroom quickly. Surprisingly, all of a sudden.
Okay.
It's not going to be like it was this morning for others. It's going to be a quick jump off the screen and back. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right, kids. So, for all intents and purposes, and as we appreciate the headphone bump in the hair, that's a new hairstyle that he's trying to make popular. I don't know. You guys can be the judge. And tonight, there will be a Chatting with Friends stream. Pardon me, I didn't realize. It was a really big dab. There will be a Chatting with Friends stream. I think it should all work right. Crossing fingers and all the rest of that stuff. So 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sorry, an hour and a half after this show ends, an hour and a half after that, I go live, chatting with friends. I'll set up the stream as soon as he gets back. And send out the invites accordingly. Whew, holy Hannah, that was tough. Hopefully it's over with now. Oh, goodness. You know Roger Waters is shitting on that old man right now, just a hunch. Yeah. I think he's 100. He's got to be up there for World War II vet. All of my parents, except for my grandma, were fought in the war. My Nana, that's how my Nana and Granddad met. Welsh, and she served in the nurse corps. Whew. Anyways, Johnny Potty's OFF off camera. What kind of a sicko is he? Yeah, I know. Yeah, he doesn't do it on camera. It's a weird thing he's got. I keep telling him he could make extra money, but he says he's got something called class. Don't know what that's what class is, but he says he's got it, and he won't do OF stuff. Sorry. Thank you, Saint Caesar, for the fuck off. Oh, holy huh. Oh my goodness. Stick up for friends. Okay. I usually do too. I am okay. I just it was much bigger. I had to inhale the whole bong's worth of smoke, which is very strong, very thick, very concentrated. And then I had to exhale it so that I could inhale another whole thing's worth of smoke, because I put too much in there. So, pardon me. Whew. But that's okay, because I'll feel great in another minute or so. That's the, oh no, that was the 11th. So yeah, who knows what I'll be feeling in a minute. Brian, do you have a Canadian clock that reminds you when Digger streams? I don't know. That's a good question. It sucks because I'm on Pacific, so I'm the last to absolutely everything.
I'm sure that's the only reason. That's the only reason. Lexi, R.I.P. buddy. Sorry to hear. Or sorry to see our good buddy's gone. I had to go to the bathroom. Brian, do you have a Canadian clock that reminds you of when Digger streams? No, we're good.
There we go. And hello, Al.
Buddy, you have an appointment in like an hour. Yeah, you're gonna.
It's like, yeah, but that's in an hour.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, you might want to get yourself ready for company. You're gonna go see the vet. Get your checkup.
Lexi. Yeah, I'm okay, Buck. Don't worry about it.
Oh no, I follow colored people time. Well, you're a person of color. You have that benefit. I'm not allowed to, otherwise it's appropriation. So I have to follow white people time. Well, I don't know what that is though. I honestly, I'm only halfway through this video, and I can't keep watching Grandpa cry about the country he fought for and feeling like it. The worst part is, with everything I've read and seen about the UK, I don't feel like, oh, that's, a lot of times, because a lot of people, well, that's what everybody says when they're older, that, oh, the world's worse and why would you bring a kid into it kind of thing. I'm like, yeah, maybe we should be worried about that trend. And in this case, I don't think he's wrong. So Brian is white, and anyone who says differently is racist, says Lexi Vaughn.
All right.
Lexi Vaughn saying, Brian, you're white, though. And Brian goes, only on the inside. The point is he's aware of it. Speaking of the UK government, they are trying to add streaming services to the TV licenses. So now you can't stream, or the streaming services themselves are sold like TV licenses. I don't know. Want free money all the time.
See ya.
Ryobi, what do you mean they want free money all the time? How are they getting free money? I want free money. Good evening, everyone. Hello, Johnny and Digger. Good to see you, Duct Tape. I want free money. We're at 24.
How do we get free money?
Not 24. We're at $15 of a goal for the program for November 24th. And let me just check and make sure I don't have. Oh wow, 4 voicemails. That's weird. We'll have to go through those after the show. I bet half of them are bots, and the other half of them are bots, and the other half are stupid auto sales ads things. I'm sure. Yep. There we go. I gotta load up these apps quick. We're still good there. And are you gonna make me ID? Are you gonna? Nope. We're still good there. Okay, good. So if you want to support the program, PayPal, Cash App, Streamlabs, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, all that shit, and it all counts towards the 24th. Lexi Vaughn. Well, hello there. Yes, hello everybody. You already pay for the internet. That OS. The license things. Okay. I mean, that should be the license.
Okay, so it's the
streamers?
the internet providers that need to buy a license, or is it the streaming platforms will have to start buying their own TV license?
I'm gonna guess the streaming platforms, but then like streaming platforms, that cost will roll downhill. They'll take
You'll
it away
need
from.
TV license to watch streaming because nobody watches the BBC.
That sounds like a shitty deal.
Okay.
They want to regulate the streaming services alongside the TV channels. Yeah. It sounds like it. Like if they regulate it, that's gonna limit that's gonna bar your level of entry. Like little shows like this survive because there's no bar to entry. Like I can go out and do a show, and if people want to support it like you lovely folks do, we keep this boat afloat. Yeah. And so I'm just going to read what he said. Oh wait, we covered it. We fought what we fought for was our freedom. Even now it's a damn sight worse than what it was when I fought for it. So we literally have a World War II veteran saying that hey, we fought for freedom and we fought for a lot of stuff, and now we've kind of turned our back on it, which, I would say pretty obvious.
It ended up getting worse instead of better.
Yeah. You know what? They had it for a little while, but then they gave up all of it with just like, hey, now we can't celebrate Britain and all this other stuff. All right, so that was that. We have 3 stories left. 2 of them are videos. And I definitely want to cover these 2 videos. One of them, I think, is a video. Yes. We have a news story out of Florida about a Florida man. Now, I understand having a disagreement. I don't know that I understand taking it to shooting level. But if you're going to go to shooting level, your disagreement better be about something pretty effing important. So let's find out why a Florida man went to shooting level.
Kill me! Sit down. Go sit down. Hey, listen, don't go near that gun. Don't go near that gun.
This is body camera footage of 44-year-old Peter Riera being taken into custody by Port St. Lucie police. Riera is accused of firing 4 rounds from a .45 caliber Glock at 3 people after an argument outside the closed pub.
So you're leaving a pub in a strip mall, classy place to get fucked up. You decide to fire your 45 at 3 people. You get 4 shots off, then you're stopped. You're arrested. Please tell me they're going to get to what I know what the actual.
How many people got hit?
I'm guessing since
that's what I'm saying, Buck. He's in bibbed overalls. Enough said. I don't think he hit a single person.
No, he didn't.
Police say once outside, the conversation became heated. Riera became paranoid and believed the victims were out to get him.
The shooter evidently raises chickens, and the conversation was about how many eggs a chicken can lay.
They say that's when Riera.
The conversation was about how many eggs a chicken can lay. Now, keep in mind, like they also said, he got out of the pub and he feared for his safety. So apparently this, how many eggs can a chicken crap out got so heated that he's like, oh, they're going to kick my ass. They're going to kick my ass for this.
Paranoid and believe the victims were out to get him.
Oh,
The shooter evidently raises chickens, and the conversation was about how many eggs a chicken can lay.
They say that's when Riera armed himself with a handgun and started firing.
One victim ran out into the roadway trying to get away from the shooter. The other 2 victims hid.
It doesn't help that he kind of looks like Yosemite Sam in overalls. And he just and a straw hat. Like, can we get a good
Yeah,
dude, no, this is not helping anybody.
that's not helpful at all.
He looks like that. I don't know the character's name, but he looks like the lead character from One Piece as a grandpa. And
firing.
One victim ran out into the roadway trying to get away from the shooter. The other 2 victims hid. We had several phone calls. The shooter himself called 911.
We were at the scene of
911, what's your emergency? They're out to get me because they don't believe my facts about chickens. I'm holding them down right now. I need backup. Sir, can you explain what you're doing? I'm shooting at people I don't agree with. Sir, I have to ask you to put away your firearm. Authorities are on the way. No, you don't understand. These crazy chickens can have like 2 eggs a day. That's just preposterous. It's 1 every other day. It's a cycle. It's a fucking horrible thing.
Ryobi's right.
Oh,
he kind
God, the
of looks like
chat's so
Danny
good.
DeVito.
Arch Magnus saying this is egg sighting, calling the guy Jim Bob. Danny DeVito. So I started blasting. Brian pointing out Luffy. Yeah, you're right,
like
Luffy. The chickens was out to get him. Okay, sure. No, the chickens weren't out to get him, Saint Caesar. The people who had a disagreement about and I feel like that part is getting lost in the tide here. The number of eggs a chicken can lay. Like, I feel like this is nowhere near. This doesn't even rate like unfriend you on Facebook territory.
Voices.
Like, you guys have a disagreement about the number of eggs a chicken can lay. Whoopity fucking do. But firing 4 shots at them because you worried they were out to get you. Because again, you guys disagreed about chickens, and you're just a good old guy leaning back on, like, I'm raising fucking chickens. I know how many eggs they lay. I eat the sons of bitches. Bad dads with foghorn. Like, I say there, boy. Chickens only lay 1 egg every other day. God damn it, I'm in the right, says Ryobi. Arch Magnus, Google could have solved this. Google could have solved this, but what Google couldn't have done is given us that beautiful line. They're after my clucky charms. Oh. Suns, moons, shots. They're after my clucky charms. Oh my God. Fighting over how many eggs a chicken can lay. They not even fighting. He opened fire. So the disagreement happened. For all we know, the other people were ready to leave it at that. Like, this guy, what the fuck does he know? But meanwhile,
Weirdo.
he was like, no. My great grandpappy fought and died for the South. Them's fighting words. I stand on his honor. Chickens only lay 1 egg every other day.
Evidence later that morning.
By the way, I'm pulling that 1 egg every other day thing completely out of my ass. I have no idea.
I assumed.
I have no idea.
Police say the victims knew each other and had just met the suspect that night.
I say, sir, I'll take 2 of the white chickens and 5 of the brown. I don't know what the heck that even means.
All had been drinking and none were hit. During the
Oh, really? So when you guys hung out at a pub and you got to
Investigation.
firing shots over how many eggs a chicken lay, you want me to believe that also alcohol was involved?
No way.
You mean when you got to a shots fired argument about the number of eggs chickens lay, people were drunk? Holy balls.
One of the victims was arrested for resisting an officer without violence and another for battery on a law enforcement officer.
Arming yourself.
Ryobi. This
the
lesson shall be
victims.
learned
The
by you.
victims who sat inside while he shot at the air. Those victims ended up resisting fucking arrest. That's awesome. So both sides of this issue are equally nuts.
Oh, man. Wait a minute. I think I missed it then. So what, the victims were in the right? That's what they're saying?
No. Just the victims are the victims. even though they were sitting inside the bar, and he shot outside up at the air. He didn't shoot at anyone. They were just inside, and he shot outside. But then when they go in to get him, they arrested all the victims, or 2 of the victims.
Oh.
Another for battery on a law enforcement officer.
Arming yourself with a handgun when you're under the influence is not a good idea. There's never going to be a good outcome with that.
Riera faces multiple charges. In Port St. Lucie, Angela Rozier, WPBF 25 News.
Oh, God, did I just see him shoot a shot right there at the end of that? I think I did.
Maybe, yeah.
Did they break out the eggnog? I don't think they've made it yet, Archdaz, or Arch Magnus, not Archdaz, excuse me.
Mr. Q.
2 names mixed together. They decided,
1 egg per day. Want to fight? 1 egg per day.
They decided the old coot was correct about the egg count and arrested the dumbass victims. Look, if they're already gonna be on the scene, I feel like if they are, like, they shouldn't have to. We shouldn't add this on top of their workload. But if they are already on scene, I feel like officiating the argument is fine. Again, if they choose to do it, if they choose to officiate the argument, that, like, again, we go to the judges. Scoreboard says, and there we go.
You go to Google.
Sounds like they really ruffled his feathers. Brian the Science saying, I like to practice my gun tricks while I'm drunk. I mean, what better time? Actually,
best time to do it.
You know what? I'm going to. I'm making. I was making a joke about that, but I know a story. It's someone else's to tell, but let's just say that there might have been an incident where people who are very comfortable around guns got too familiar and they were drinking, and as a result, there was like a tragic fatality. And that led someone else down a darker path that they couldn't deal with. And so, I don't know. Like, jokes are fun. Jokes are fun. But yeah, I mean, overall, tricks with guns is kind of one that I'm like, well, define
kind of
trick.
A sober one.
Define trick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the drinking doesn't help. But at least at this time, like, again, I said he was Yosemite Sam. If he's shooting up in the air, all we needed was 2 pistols. And just, and then he would have really been Yosemite Sam. He just has to paint his beard red and live in the hills. But he has chickens and he's in Florida, so odds are half good. I like to practice. Yeah. All right, we cover. You listen to me, you Susie Rotten bitch. 1 egg per day. Cluck. Ryobi's really, really, really. Ryobi.
1 egg a day.
Ryobi is invested. Ryobi is very invested.
Mr. Q is saying 1 egg per day as well and wants to fight anyone who says otherwise.
Tricks with guns will be pointing the red
carpet.
Perhaps
1 egg per day is the correct answer.
Brian for Science. Magic trick. Watch me make this 9mm disappear. Yeah, that's called just leaving it on a park bench in the right city. They come to snuff the rooster.
That's not what I thought he meant.
They come to snuff the rooster. Oh, yeah.
Love that song.
Oh, man. All right, so, yeah, just a casual conversation of how many eggs can a chicken lay. And again, took it to street level. That's impressive. That is impressive. So we have what? We have an hour and a half left in the program.
Yep.
We've got all of the second hour stories left. I've got the 2 left to do, including this one that I want to do. I tend to, I don't know if you know this or not, Digger, but I have a co-host who's Canadian.
No way.
Right?
It's their name.
And so sometimes I find Canadian news stories that I feel are fun worth covering. Now, this is one where I share a little bit of kinship with you because we had a similar issue to this, and it might have even been measles. We had a similar issue to this in, like, Minnesota, where there was an uptick of, like, measles and things like that. And that's because a lot of, like, people were coming here from other countries and they didn't have vaccinations and they didn't get vaccinations. And ironically enough, back when that was happening, nobody was, calling them giant dangers to society.
Is an issue. That comes along with just saying.
But the thing is they were getting
from those same sources.
They were getting anti-vax information, and we were told how anti-vax information was so horrible.
True, yeah.
But those groups of people were never demonized for this. And now you guys are having the same thing.
Yeah.
Measles elimination status is gone after you guys have
For the first time in like 25 years.
Yeah, so like you guys had it locked down.
The country has now officially
part of the
lost
G6?
its measles elimination status. It's a status Canada has held since 1998, but after a spike in...
I will say, the fact that you didn't get it until 1998, were you not trying?
Well, no, but like I said, what are illegal immigrants for you guys tend to be turned immediately into refugees. And so we didn't.
But it's very, very funny. Like I said, we got so uppity for a while about you have to be
I have no idea. I'm
vaccinated.
talking out my ass. Just for that, too.
It's just again,
I better say that.
Strange that whole groups of people are allowed to come in and just not vaccinate against other stuff that we have proven the vaccines work. Like, it's one thing to be like, look, I don't trust the science on this mRNA stuff, whatever. But, like, other vaccines like these, you might be able to have some points about some of their side effects of their ingredients. We can maybe have that discussion. But we can't deny that whether they have those components or not, they have been effective up until now. Like, you guys used them to actually get to zero, so... I got it. Labby is going. It ended. Lab glass. It's why... is that why it's just a spinning wheel of death now? Yeah, Rusty, sorry if you typed that a while ago. It's okay. Oh, I'm just catching up with cross chat.
There
Craw
you
chat.
go. Yeah.
That's when your chat.
Chat.
It's when your chat starts crawling at you. All right, here we
cases
go.
in the past year, the Pan American Health Organization has notified Canada that it no longer holds elimination status. Public Health says the agency reviewed recent epidemiology and lab data and confirmed sustained transmission of the same measles virus strain in Canada for more than 1 year. Joining me to discuss the impact is Dr. Isaac Bogach. He's an infectious disease.
Do you think we'll talk about how this suddenly, like, you guys had it locked down? What could have changed? Do you think we'll talk about it?
Nope. Maybe later.
Nope.
Disease specialist. Dr. Bogach, good morning to you. So let's start with your reaction that Canada has lost its measles elimination status. What does it mean?
That's very disappointing. I mean, we are a global leader in medicine and health
That
and
was
science
wonderful.
and public health. And this certainly bruises our reputation.
Yeah, again, no offense. I kind of feel like this is a kick in the dick of that whole public health care. Like, I feel like you guys should be able to keep the measles on lockdown. You can all just go to the doctor, right? Like, it's not like us where it's like I weigh going to the doctor versus the bill that'll come after.
Yeah.
And so it's like pro versus con. How much can I afford to die? Like that kind of deal. So
yeah,
strange. Strange.
Yeah, it's very weird. I don't know what factors could possibly have anything to do with people avoiding the different vaccines. I have no idea. There could be multiple issues, many different reasons. But unfortunately, we've let things slide on a few different issues. It seems as though the last decade or so, this country has been led down a shit-strewn hill and off a shit-covered ledge, and we are finally landing in the shit ocean. And now we Canadians are in this shit ocean with no safety, no life jackets or anything like that, and we're just trying to keep above water. Shit's slid a bit.
They're all wearing a poppy. How proud they are to have fought and won a war for control of the global heroin markets. Right? Also, I want to address this. I think it was Bad Dazzer saying MMR has been out for years and went through loads of tests. Right, but the COVID vaccine didn't work. Like, I don't care what you have to say about MMR vaccines. I'm saying the COVID one, again, we were promised like 98% efficacy. We've walked that down to it's 15, but it's so much worse if you don't have it. So I mean, it got to the point where like, well, it won't stop you from getting it. It won't stop you from transmitting it to people. What does it do? Oh, it really cuts the edges off. And that's a kind of, again, where...
But it's just...
And I am not giving medical advice. I am the furthest thing from a doctor. I'm going solely off of my vast medical experience of suffering through illnesses and stuff. I'm happier without. I'm fine. I've taken the hit from the COVID thing. It's never really, really laid me out to the point where I'm willing to maybe get a little laid out before I'm like, well, maybe I should do something to cut the edges off of this. And it's like, or not. I've had the flu and I've been hospitalized for it, and this wasn't that bad. Like, so I'm just kind of like, because like before COVID was a thing, I've been hospitalized with the flu. So like when I got COVID, I'm like, I couldn't smell anything. I'm like, this is it. You know what I did? I smoked a little bit less weed because I was like, I couldn't taste it, so I couldn't tell if I was getting anything out of it, and I was just like,
Yeah.
So it's just weird. That's all it was. Bad Desert. I'm a pureblood. I'm not. I did get the Johnson & Johnson. I got the one Johnson & Johnson, so I guess I'm. How diluted am I? Am I like 1/12?
Oh, you only got one out of. How many boosters are they on now? Like,
I don't know. They canceled.
It's a yearly thing now.
Here's where I feel great about not getting the booster. So I got the Johnson & Johnson, and shortly after I got the Johnson & Johnson, they started going, get the boosters. And I was like, Johnson & Johnson, one and done. That was the agreement. That's what I signed up for. And I held off on that for a while. Shortly after that, they're like, we're pulling the Johnson & Johnson. Now you can only go and get the mRNA or MRR or whatever, mRNA vaccine. You can only go and get that one. Go and get it. Go and get your boosters. And I'm like, and done. No. You mean Johnny or me? Who are we talking about, Ryobi Power Vibe? What do you mean, Johnny or me? I received a tip. Digger is smuggling measles vaccines, says Officer Krupke. Think bedridden and has 7 boosters. Oh, who's bedridden and had 7 boosters? 3/4... I'm not going to put that on the chat just because even if we got creative with words, the on-screen chat, I'm just going to let it float there. COVID was a scam. I do believe that because of the amount of money that changed hands, the amount of small businesses and private equity that went to public corporations. I don't think that it was like, I don't think COVID's fake. I think COVID's real. I think some people maybe are just genetically prone to suffer from it more than others. Maybe there's factors that you can take that help it, maybe not. But I do believe that the way the pandemic, if anything else, was kind of like not planned, but chaos scheduled to a means at that point. You get a booster, sponsored by Oprah. You get a booster. Officer Krupke pointing out that MMA is better than MMR.
Yes. Okay. I don't know.
Brian saying J&J wasn't an mRNA vax. Technically is pure blood as a person who got the coof. All right, so I guess, remember all those soccer players in Europe that collapsed on the field and they all had the Johnson & Johnson vaccine? I don't remember all of that. I remember there's some people that had stuff. You know what? I've been worried, but I'm weird because those are only striking really physically active people. And while I'm not completely unhealthy, I'm not physically active for what we'll call understandable reasons.
Okay.
One of them being that cat who obviously just had his food. That's obviously a kitty that's had his vittles, and now he's like, hey, or he's just had his dog time.
Either way,
I'm gonna lean on the dog time. It's a little early for dinner, and so yeah, and now he's like, I need affection, I need attention. And it's like, yeah, you need to go for a ride. Let's see. In Europe, they collapsed. They had the Johnson. The EU still won't say that they paid for the clot shots. Everybody gets a booster. Hilarious irony, the creator of the mRNA vax even said it's not a proper method of vaxing anything. Oh, dude. didn't even know that. Then what the heck? What the heck is the point of it, and why were they pushing it so hard? I got the coof in April, coughed so hard for 10 days nonstop, blew open a hernia coughing. Ooh, so hard.
That's not
so
good.
Again, it seems like, you know what? JKD Buck has the right to decide whether they really need to, cut the edge off of those symptoms. But like I said, for me, I barely noticed. It took some of the more scarier, you can't smell nothing, you can't taste nothing symptoms for me to even realize we were in that ballpark. Money, Johnny, money, says Bad Desert. Well, of course it was for money. Speaking of which, we've made none today, which isn't really a big deal because you guys were so star-spangled awesome. We're on to November 24th with $15. So thank you. We did have a
thank you.
We did have a membership renewal from Northern Finlander, so that'll obviously count towards all that stuff too. So if you want to support the program, you have those options. We're kind of taking it easy today because you guys have been so awesome, so we're not really worrying about it. You guys in Canada losing your vax status. Let's I'll try and play this up and let it go because we're getting to the point where we're going to have an hour left in the show, and I'm still
and we won't have done anything.
And I still want to get to. I still want to get to the video that's after this because, and again, you know why.
Maybe.
You know why.
Mm-hmm.
Watch. I told you what'll happen. Don't tell them what I told you will happen. Just watch and see if I called it.
Have the capacity to ensure that.
By the way, can we admit maybe it's because I looked him up recently and everything? God damn it! Now I'm spacing on his name. But fuck, Pushington.
I like the moose, and he's got him behind him.
The moose, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, your Canadian eyes gravitate towards a moose. The minute you see this, you're like, oh, but look, there's a moose. I'm so
pre-programmed. To be fair, the moose is my favorite wild animal.
Really?
So I've got a collection of stuffed moose.
I mean, if we're going with real wild animals, I don't know. I always thought of myself as more of a Siberian tiger guy. I don't know if I have a favorite wild animal. I don't.
Maybe it's just because moose are here and I've seen them with my own eyes. Maybe I've got an affinity towards.
Now, was that
them.
Rocky or Bullwinkle? Was Bullwinkle the moose?
Bullwinkle is.
Okay. So how many pairs of
Rocky was the chipmunk.
How many pairs of moose and squirrel? How many pairs of moose and squirrels did you see in the wild in Canada working together? How many of them were thwarting the Russians? I guess. Because you're a child of the 80s.
I don't know.
So I feel like
I was too young. It was.
If anyone would have seen it.
Routine childhood immunizations are indeed routine and widespread throughout the country. There's no reason for us to have widespread large measles outbreaks like we've had in Canada. Fortunately, our big outbreaks have been quelled, but there's still a trickle of measles cases and certainly the potential for outbreaks.
JKD Buck, our government is a revolving door back and forth into big pharma and defense contractors. It's disgusting. I am inclined to agree with you.
Given that there's unvaccinated pockets or undervaccinated communities, and it is a very disappointing.
Unvaccinated pockets, undervaccinated communities. Now we remember how horrible this was with COVID. You maybe want to. Do we now remember anybody who didn't want to do the COVID vax? We demonized them. Do we want to talk about who these communities are? Start demonizing. Do we want to?
I mean,
do we want to? I don't know. Just put a little G on it. See where it goes.
Outcome of the with us losing our measles elimination status.
How did this happen?
Essentially, it's the final common pathway is we had lower vaccine rates. It's not why.
Oh boy, did he! Essentially, the final common pathway is we had lower vaccine rates. Let me translate that for you guys. Essentially, we've been taking in a mass load of legal and illegal immigrants from third world countries who aren't vaccinated, don't get vaccinated, have horrible levels of hygiene, have started using the rivers to bathe in, and it's kind of, spreading like the Ganges.
It's not homogeneous across the country. there's pockets in Canada where the vaccine.
Okay, so it sounds like, as a scientist, sir, wouldn't you look at like what the common, like wouldn't you try to figure out
the common factors?
Yeah, the common factors of these pockets. I feel like if we can figure out the common denominator of these pockets and really start aiming at that issue and resolving that issue, we might.
Those specific issues
are lower, and where the community level protection is lower. So when the virus is introduced to those communities, you get larger outbreaks. The virus takes off like wildfire. Remember, this is one of the most transmissible viruses that we have on the planet. It has a knack for finding unvaccinated individuals and under-vaccinated communities, and that's exactly what it did. The key here is lowering barriers to vaccinations and providing families and communities and the general public with credible, data-driven, science-based information such that they can make smart decisions for themselves and their families, such that when they are presented with the option of vaccination, they make a smart choice and there's good uptake of our routine childhood immunizations. But I would say, by and large, most Canadians are immune to measles. They're either of an age where they had this infection in the past and
right. It's almost like the newest ones fresh off the boat aren't
recovered and are immune, or they've received their immunizations. The issue here is that there are pockets and communities that are under-vaccinated where the virus can take off. That's what we saw, for example, in southwestern
specific
Ontario.
ones.
So how difficult?
Brian saying, "I am a scientist." Cheats. Canada sucks. Holy hell.
Saint Aaron, I found out Indians in India have poop fights. Yes, they wade through literal feet of shit, and there's things that go on in that country that are normal and perfectly okay that are not.
No, that's not.
Or shouldn't be.
I'm not
here.
okay. Like,
but again, my bank recently said, the Bank of Canada said that Canadians are just going to have to get used to a lower standard of living. So maybe measles and shitting in the beaches and throwing all sorts of chemicals like paint and God knows what else into our fresh, lovely waterways.
You know what you guys
driving
need to do?
Semis without licenses.
I got a solution, particularly to the beach shitting. I got a solution for you. You ready for this? You guys need to start video shaming these people. Like, put videos of these people.
But it doesn't work. It's out there. There's video of it.
Right. But you blur out the butt and you get up on, you follow these people and you start begging and demanding they answer, why are you dropping driftwood? Like, you got to give it a fun term. Be like, he's dropping driftwood. Why are you dropping driftwood on the beach? You know you're not supposed to drop driftwood on the beach. That's not how humans behave. Why are you dropping driftwood on the beach like some sort of animal? Like, if you chase them down like that and just really like keep following them, and the key is here, persistence. You can't stop until they answer your question. You have to like follow them throughout the city. And again, they have to realize there's going to be a massive disruption to life if they drop driftwood on the beach. And I really just want that term to catch on. Dropping driftwood on the beach.
Driftwood on the beach. All right.
JK Debug saying it's 420. I mean, it was 420 somewhere. We kind of tried to sort of get at that. I couldn't say that because if I said it was 420, someone would be like, 120.
Hey, I didn't.
No, you didn't. I also didn't say anything. I said the key to it would be I don't have to say anything. Digger is smuggling Hot Pockets. Officer Krupke, why? They're very accessible. Can you, Digger, you Canadians need to tell your banks to get effed. They kind of are with the secession thing. So, that's also a change too. I think I have that story here somewhere. I might have to save that for Wednesday. You have another province that's joining that whole thing. I might even go grab that.
None of it.
Yeah, like
none of it. It should. I think I left it in the side chat.
I'm pretty sure I already have it in the thing.
Okay.
Let's look at. And we did that.
None of it.
I haven't. There's one story left from the first hour that I think I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. The protest video. Because we just did that one, and now I'm curious about the none of it thing.
Yes, Buck. That's how it's
Arctic
pronounced.
Expedition,
None of it.
Bad new version. Body odor. Tennessee man beach salmon shark.
They're like Inuit Eskimos up there.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna check the the side chat. There's the no. There we go.
No?
We did this one. All right.
There it is. That's it right there.
Yep,
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. Good. Whew.
There we go. I don't know where it is in my
Might be
sheets.
on a
I might have the
milestone today, one that takes us toward independence from the federal government. After 20.
I love whoever is sharing this video is playing this heartwarming music. Like, dude, we're gonna be like, none of it. Right, JKD Buck. Like I told her when I heard about it, she said this repeatedly recently. I thought she was making something up or it was some sort of inside joke. She's like, no, that's the actual name of the area. And I'm like, you guys want us to take you seriously, but that really?
It's a whole province.
Really? Yeah, it's a whole that actually that makes it worse. Like if it were a town, it could be forgiven. But
no, they finally got their independence. It took forever to
it'd be
get
like
independence.
if Minnesota decided to
be
called,
acknowledged
like,
as different than the Northwest Territories. They didn't.
So they
were so
broke
tired
off
of being just the ass end of the Northwest Territories and getting treated like shit. So they finally, after years and years, they got their independence. They got their provincialhood or whatever you call it, and now the province of Nunavut.
Yeah, and here's my point. That's like saying, like, look, man, so, like, the Twin Cities and the major metro of Minnesota are congested, somewhat center, but a lot more southern Minnesota than center. And so, really, if you take center of Minnesota, you go center of Minnesota and down, like, a lot of people there might be a little... But the people in the northern half, they're, like, really, like... They're like polar opposites, and they're diametrically opposed to everything that's going on. So they're breaking off. They decided to form their own place and kind of really be recognized as their own region. And so now it's Minnesota, and it's Don't You Know.
There you go.
You betcha.
Fair enough. That's
right?
what you want.
Right?
Yeah, betcha.
That's what happened.
It's the state of
and like
betcha.
I said, that should not be taken seriously.
Yeah, betcha.
You got like, you know what'll be hilarious is it's like none of it joined the thing for independence, and now the White House is like, all right, well, we were okay, but none of it, we're out. Line too far.
Oh no, they want none of it. Oh my god. I mean, Trump wants it all. Trump totally wants it all. But I think what's really going on underneath it all is that the provinces are realizing that shit hasn't been fair for freaking long time, and the provinces individually are rewriting their own constitutions and strengthening their rights to their own natural resources. So the government back in Ottawa can say, we're doing this pipeline and you can't do that pipeline, and this logging is here so you can't do it there. And they can say it till they're blue in the face. But unless and until each province individually votes on that subject, it doesn't get done.
I just realized there's something I need to ask you.
Really cool.
Uh-oh. Does this mean that now you guys will do something about the forest fire stuff? Like you'll do
Perhaps.
things that, like you'll start reinstituting laws like clearing brush before fire season is like a good idea?
That has the potential to be a thing. Putting power back in the hands of the provinces as opposed to the federal government and their stupid climate change bullshit and their carbon tax everything. And so if our farmers don't want to use the latest mRNA vaccine on their cattle because they don't know what it's going to do to their cattle or their people who eat it, they don't have to.
Okay.
That's just the federal government talking out their ass.
Every time I come back and I flip over and the logo moves. I'm forced to look him right in his brown eyes. I should have made the eyes brown. Should have totally made the eyes brown. Why didn't I think of that? But yes. So I saw that. And the reason I did that is it's the cripple and the ginger.
Tracker.
I'm here now. The show can start now. Also, what did I miss? Well, let me give you the brief update. So we talked about a lot of stories from the first hour. We got through most of them, and in particularly a World War II veteran in Great Britain was very sad about everything that's happened to his country and all the stuff that he's gone through. We talked about...
They shouldn't have died.
Yeah.
Because they got gypped.
we talked about a Florida man that went around shooting like Yosemite Sam because he was having an argument with people at a pub about how many eggs a chicken can lay. I don't even know the given time frame, but it's apparently, according to Ryobi, and he is ready to fucking fight for this. It's one a day. And so take your multivitamins. So, so that happened. Covered a bunch of other things that I can't even remember now. We went through a few videos. Florida is implementing Chinese otters to look for people under.
That's right.
In drowned conditions to hopefully find bodies before they could become cadavers. I feel like that's going to eventually, we're going to be invaded by Chinese otters in the near future. Because like one otter is cute, 2 or 3 otters are adorable, like 5 or 6, they're going to form like a military platoon and take us by sea. So it's only a matter of time until the otters get us. We're currently talking about the Canadian government of Nunavut, a place that I thought didn't actually exist, and turns out, no, it's an actual Canadian province because, again, nobody, you know how we all laughed? If you're from Minnesota, you might remember this moment. All of us collectively laughed when we voted for the governor, Jesse the Body Ventura. Because, hey, we're voting for a wrestler. We've got a WWE wrestler as our governor. And he turned out to be a very, not super impressive, not super unimpressive governor. He had some policies I liked, some things I didn't like. I think he was responsible for the fucking metro rail or whatever. And that thing's a giant boondoggle. But anyways, so, you guys did the same thing with the naming of a province, which is, in my opinion, a little bit worse because, you can vote for the one silly. They voted for Arnold Schwarzenegger. I am the governor or whatever they called him. And it's right of California, and it's yeah, you're the governor of California. But then you can vote for someone else. And I mean, as we've seen, you can go better or worse. Gavin Newsom, pick your choice. I'd say way worse, but that's me. Anyhow, but none of it is just, that's going to be your name forever. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, yeah, obviously it means something completely different in their language.
What do you mean their language?
These are Eskimo.
It doesn't matter.
These are Eskimo. These are the Inuit. They have a language of their own that they speak.
So why don't they just become their own country then if they're going to use these weird Jabberwocky terms?
Well,
because again, none of it.
It's I grew up in a town called Port Coquitlam. There's I live near a city called Kelowna. People have trouble.
This is how we
pronouncing these things.
This is how we get things like the viral
all native
clip.
Words from the native people who are native to that location.
This is how we get things like
area.
The meteorologist going, and the weather in Kuga Flocka Fika Fuga Huka Faga.
Well,
just holy
yeah, but
Jesus.
it's the local language. That's why Vancouver's got a street that nobody can.
My point is, you're using the local language, and you want to be taken serious on a global scale. And your local language is, what's the name of your place? None of it. What do you have? None of it.
I know.
Piker's Pack. I don't know what that is, Amy.
They're
more Amish.
Serious.
I've shipped stuff
to real people.
I've shipped stuff to Kujak Digger. I don't even know what that is. Jesse Ventura voice. Thank you for your service. Because they were conquered. That's a good reason. That's why we have them in there. Okay. Minneapolis deserves to burn. I don't know. It already did. I don't know if it deserves it again. I wouldn't say deserves. I certainly don't want to be as near to it if it does again. Ask Lars Ulrich how many boosters there are now. I have no idea.
Too many.
Michigan is filled with Algonquin words. Yeah, that's fine. We're filled with a few different ones here too, but it's still Minnesota. I don't know, whatever. Finally home for the day, says Mr. Q. Well, I'm glad you're home, buddy.
Yay.
We've got an hour left in the show. Welcome home. Hope you're enjoying the show while we wind down. We've got an hour left in the program. And so, yeah, none of it. I played none of it for this. How long in the clip are we? None of it. And again, this is how it's spelled. Nunavut. None of it. None of it. Devotion Day.
None of it. Evolution Day.
Devolution?
Yes.
Okay. So none of it signs a final agreement.
The basic story. Yeah.
To control their land
That's
resources.
The basic story.
But I've heard when it comes to their land resources, they have none of it left.
5 years as a
They've actually got
territory.
quite a
Nunavut
few.
will sign
Quite
the
a bit.
final agreement.
Holy shit, this thing's been a territory for 5 years?
Yeah.
So they've
Oh,
only been, it hasn't even been a decade.
That.
No, she said it's just reached 5 years as a territory. And so.
Oh, no.
It's
weird.
It's
been since the
to
early
devolve
2000s.
from the government of Canada, meaning it will take control of its own land and
Maybe she said 25.
So there is no way for us to actually change something like the equalization within Confederation. The only avenue we have for that is to actually have a referendum on Alberta's sovereignty and to vote yes in numbers so large that we can't be ignored.
This agreement is the culmination of decades of work for Nunavut to have full control.
You said it wrong. It's Nunavut. It's
Nunavut.
Hold on. This freaking saint, this angel right here is going to tell us how to say it. And more importantly, I want to point out you undersold it. It's even more Canadian than I thought.
Agreement is the culmination of decades of work for Nunavut to have
Nunavut.
It's Nunavut. My bad.
Nunavut. But it sounds like a boot. Oh, I'm so happy. You've gotten a boot in there. You've gotten a boot in there. See, like Nunavut, I can take Nunavut a little bit more seriously than none of it. I can take Nunavut a little bit more seriously than none of it. Nunavut.
I'm sorry. I guess it's just a West Coast thing. None of it.
Nunavut.
Nunavut.
Nunavut. Eskimos are Aborigine. Well, that's your opinion. I don't know how they eat. None of it is frozen. Tundra, desert. There's nothing there. Yeah, dude. I was asking him like, hey, I want to. How many resorts do you have? None of it. Nunavut. Sorry, now I can't do it. Now it's new. The none of it bit has worn off for me now because now it's Nunavut. And it's so beautiful because if you're not careful, it sounds like Nunavut. Nunavut is even better.
full control over its future. Devolution means Nunavut will gain
I love it when she says Nunavut. All right, I got to be honest. So far, all of the wild shots of Nunavut look like a frozen wasteland.
province-like powers.
That's what
control
Rusty just
over
said.
its land and
None of it
waters,
is a
and have
frozen
the final
tundra
say in
desert.
decision-making.
So it's very accurately named. You're just
There's a lot of good
Former
stuff
Premier
underground
Paul
though.
Plaza was a signatory
there's a lot of good stuff underground, but why would you want to live there?
to the creation of Nunavut and says it was a long road to get here.
Born and raised there.
And
they always
truly,
lived
I
there.
think this is something that
Yeah, dude. I don't know if this is the benefit of having parents that moved like almost to a crazy degree. But this whole like you have to stay there just because you were born there. I say this again, not if it sucks. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, if
Have you never heard of Eskimos? Have you never? People that live in igloos. You guys, you Americans always accuse us of living in igloos.
Thank you for your
These people
sacrifice,
do.
but
They actually do. These are the people that live in the igloos.
we did a project in Robert Basura Generating Station, says J.K. Buck. We've done project in a very remote areas of Soviet Kanakistan.
Soviet Kanakistan. Yeah.
And Rusty Graham wants to know, what about Nunavut? Nunavut is apparently a place where, malls, forests, wildlife, they'll have Nunavut because they are just frozen all the time. This poor guy, like, dude, his jaw is so unhappy, half of his teeth left.
we had vision when we signed the Nunavut Land Claims Agreement in 1993.
It will open the territory for more opportunities for royalties.
This is their highway, guys. Like, honestly.
No, this is wild. This is insane. It's so cool.
It will
so cool.
It's an underground. You have roads underground.
It's so
Why?
cool.
Why?
BC, we go right through the mountain. You should come in and oh my goodness, if we could road trip from the coast on the Coquihalla.
Let's just drive
see
through
some
the dirt.
things, dude.
Guys, we're going to go under the snow. Why? Because it's effing cold. So drive underground.
And create more jobs. It's the last.
Create more jobs. You know one thing you won't need to create? Parking lots. Why? Because you won't effing park up there.
hurdle in transferring crown powers to the territory.
So there is no way.
All right, dude. I'm a minute and a half in, and we finally saw a static area shot with something even remotely close to a semblance of life. And you know they're going to use it more because they faded off of it very quickly. They held this fishing community there, but like we can't burn this too much. We're going to be putting it back up in this B-roll of Nunavut because this is literally the only place that. And let me tell you what this looks like. And I really wish they would have bothered to get a summer shot because. This looks like
maybe that is.
Dear Lord, take me now. Like
it's the Northwest Territories. It is very, very, very close.
Again, I feel
Greenland.
like after you learn the equator exists,
Greenland is next door. Like in the map, if you look at it, Greenland is just across the way, sort of deal. It's cold.
I'm getting frustrated at you literally making my point for me and yet not understanding. Yeah. What I'm saying is that's fine. And back in the days of we live on seal blubber and animal hide, you can go, well, this is life. This is where we live. We live in the day and age of cell phones and internet. You know Hawaii is a thing. You know the equator is a thing. You can choose to move, and I don't even mean as far as the equator, but you could simply choose to move, I don't know, slightly south where it don't suck so much. Like the weird, like, I take pride in the land. Like, it's been beating the shit out of you and your family, but we're still here. Right. And my question is, when does the competition end? And who gets declared the victor? And what happens to the victor when declared? Because it seems like it's a weird, like, we're going to persevere. And it's like, but who are we proving this to? There's better options.
They've been there forever. Maybe they're too poor to get away.
Strippers got me back going.
I have no idea.
Strippers got me back.
Know it's really
that is summer. Cold. It always looks like wasteland. Dude, again, if that's your summer,
I was thinking it might be the summer B-roll.
I'm a sunshiny person. I need sunny skies.
So there is no.
I've learned something, and I know pothead. I need my green.
Yeah, I'm West Coast. I don't know what I'm going to do without my mountains and forests and fresh lakes.
Well, we have look. Can you lie to yourself and tell yourself that rolling hills qualify as mountains?
No, but I can put up with it.
Because if you can, I got an optical illusion for you.
Confederation, because we can't open up the Constitution. So that's why I'm fully on board that.
Look at the Coquihalla. It's a wonderful,
independence-minded, and you want to fully have an Alberta standing on their.
All right, now she's just talking over. All right, so yeah, so they're going to it doesn't matter. It's just that was the thing you shared. So they're going to Nunavut. Nunavut
is doing the same thing as everyone else. They're asserting their independence from the federal government.
Maybe you can explain this. So the push is for all of them to ratify Alberta's independence. And then somehow they automatically go with? Because she said this was...
No. No, what they've been doing, actually what Alberta did, was look at the plan that they came up with when Quebec wanted to leave back in the late 80s, early 90s. They wanted to leave. Maybe it was the late 90s. I don't know. Anyway, but they looked at that plan, and because it gave Quebec so much autonomy and independence from the federal government. In fact, with Quebec's case, they were given a whole lot of control and power over the federal government just in order to keep them happy and make them stay. But Alberta took that and did it for themselves.
Jesse
now
saying,
we're all going
hi guys, happy Monday. Sorry, I didn't acknowledge that sooner, Jesse. I did see that. I apologize. No wonder Bubbles did what he did. There ain't shit to do in fucking Canada. Oh, that's right. We did talk a little bit about Bubbles.
Bubbles is a little bit. He's
a little bit
he
further
was
south.
A little bit further. Yeah.
To be fair, most of Minnesota is further north than 90% of Canada's population. Is that true? I know the world curves and things are weird, but yeah, that seems odd. He flosses with a mattress. Oh my God, JK, but it's so mean. It's just. Those last 4 times really they look like they're wood. Yeah, but in the U.S., Igloo found what structured homes can do for you instead of igloos. I don't know.
That is true.
Rusty Grammar pointing out to me flat maps are for retards. What if I know how to read a topographical map? To be fair, it's probably safer in the winter. Is it though? But what about polar bears? Do they have to worry about polar bear attacks? That is summer. Always looks like a wasteland. Strange flex to brag about living a house on wheels. No, I wasn't in an actual caravan. I'm just saying my parents moved a bunch. My house wasn't on wheels. I learned that you could I learned that you could go to other places and you could find I learned that some places you like, some places you don't. And I'll say this, I would like to live in a place that I generally like being at 90% of the time. And I mean from a weather standpoint, like in Minnesota, with the loss of my lower body's functionality, I've lost a lot of love for the winter. But before that, I had a love for the winter and I had a love for the spring and the summer. Fall I could give an F about. But yeah, now that's kind of gone. AP correct, Canada is the remora attached to the large steak.
Larger
shark. I can't read. Why am I wrong? Okay, strippers in Canada are called peelers. If that's true, that's that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, we go to the peeler bar.
That sounds somehow classier than the stripper bar. But I suppose, does it really matter? Because in Canada, when you say it, regardless of whether or not it sounds classier, they all know exactly what you mean by the peeler bar.
Well,
so
yeah.
So, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't change the fact, like, hey, we're going to go watch some lady pretend she's interested for money. Or I suppose, don't you guys also have, like, male strippers in there, too? Like, you do both or something? I don't know.
No. Well, they might have a ladies' night where it's men.
You know what I'm basing all of that off of? I'm basing all of that off of Super Troopers 2.
Okay, that's, not
Because Rob
at all
Lowe had a scene in the... Yeah, okay. Imagine that, a comedy movie, not factually accurate. Mind blown. Next thing you're going to tell me, Balls of Fury, Christopher Walken isn't actually Chinese.
Ah, no way.
What?
It's got to be.
He did such an amazing accent. 150 degrees Fahrenheit sounds like the perfect temperature to live in with this MS shite. Not for me, buddy. I am heat sensitive. Let me tell you, I landed a nice 75 degrees Fahrenheit. I can rock that till I can hit mid-80s before we start getting uncomfortable. And in 90s and stuff with humidity, it starts being a real problem. So that's where I land.
23, eh?
Yeah. You're going to pull that off in the winter? Ha!
What about...
You just got screen grabbed by a cat.
Not in the winter, but...
Yeah, see, like, I want to... Dream Location doesn't really have a winter. So I'm like, I'm not
86 degrees Fahrenheit with air conditioning.
It's in time. With air conditioning, it doesn't matter.
I'm just trying to sweeten the deal because I'm heating it up.
AP 90 is too cold for me. Oh, the joy to be you. I have a weird thing where cold makes my body shiver too much, and then my muscles burn out. Winter just hit Florida. It dropped below 60 degrees, so everyone got out their coat. Yeah, that was the weirdest part to me. Like, when my brother came back from Iraq on, I want to say, his second tour, because I think he did Iraq, Afghanistan, Afghanistan, one of the two. I want to say it was his second tour. But he came back, and it was weird because it was in the summer. And so I'm wearing a T-shirt. I'm wearing my shorts. We'd been Frisbee golfing. It was late in the afternoon. The sun was going down. And he was putting on a windbreaker and stuff. He's putting on clothes. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm getting cold. And I'm like, mother effer, it's like 70 degrees. What do you mean you're cold? What do you mean you're cold? And it's just because, again, when you're in the desert the whole time, you're used to it being warmer. I keep my house 69 all year round. Bro, that's That's one of the many things I want to change about this current setup is the temperature fluctuates a lot down here. So as I go forth with our new plan of attack tomorrow, I see how that goes. We just hit there, drop a load there. Wintertime sucks. Short days, snow, and cold. To hell with it. Yeah, I'm not really for, like I said, as a sunshiny individual, I'm not really for the shorter days part. That
I like the
sucks.
fact that there is snow. You get to play in the snow. It looks pristine and beautiful, and the Christmas lights look so pretty.
All right, yes,
pretty.
Christmas lights look pretty. Again, I guess I'm trying to point out to you, like, again, I don't look at snow that way because, again, I don't get to go out and enjoy.
Yes, but you'd be sitting inside in the heat
great.
and the warm.
So I'm either gonna go
while
outside.
I'm making the. I'll make the snow angels in the yard.
Great.
I'll throw.
Should I dare to come out, I'm going to get a ball in the
window.
face, or you're just going to shatter a window throwing an ice ball at me. Awesome.
No, gosh, no.
I didn't know there was a rock in that. Whoops. Why'd you duck?
Oh no, I learned better. We learned as children. I grew up in a place where the snowbanks were large enough. We kids could tunnel through them, and we'd play in them all winter long with all the different tunnels. We go from one end to the other of the school.
So did you guys ever pretend you were Bugs Bunny and pop out and say you should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque?
I don't remember that specifically. I know we played a lot of Unicorn and Pegasus, which somehow required us to
what to each other?
Both climb through the tunnel and climb up and jump around on the top of the snowbank. Yeah, we were little. We were.
So you were
kids.
trying to kill it. You were
My
trying
Little
to
Pony
cave.
was like the coolest thing.
You were trying to cave in the snowbank on your friends. So like the goal was what? Like
there was no worry.
Like
This
you were
was
the bait.
So...
You were the bait. You lured them in, and then you climbed on top, and you're like, let's just cave it in.
It was so packed. This is the snow that's been that's been plowed.
Timmy took my Care Bear. I'm going to get that son of a bitch.
And it gets so hard and compacted, and then we started tunneling through it. And I don't know. We were just playing in the snow. It was fine. It's fine.
Right, well,
we were 80s kids. We could do anything.
Oh man, snow makes everywhere white, and you feel safe at night. Not really.
Yes.
Make a snowman. Says
I feel safe at
Winter
night.
is great for approximately 3 weeks. Then give me some sun and warmer than freezing temps. I am a sun-based individual. I can get through the winter with sun, but like I said, with now having the inability to really cope with moving around in the winter, it's confining.
Stuck in the
It's
basement,
confining. And I'm going to be honest, like, I don't want to live in California, but I'll be honest, I know a lot of people that live in California, and I certainly wouldn't mind a California winter to, say, a Minnesota winter in terms of the weather alone. But that's another one of those, and I've used this with some people before. Yeah, but it's nice there. It ain't that nice. Anyways, I don't know. John A. Rod's a bully. Okay.
I don't know who John A. Rod is.
No. He's calling me John, and it's.
Oh, I thought A. Rod was the last name. I don't know. I thought it was like a basketball player or something.
Just again, like, okay, so people rip on him, he rips back. I guess that's bullying. And then again, you seek him out. So I guess, I don't know. I can understand annoying, irritating, whatever, a lot of them, but bully? I feel like punished for any of the things he's done. Bully? I don't know, whatever. You know what it is? I've devoted more effort than I should have because literally just reading it was probably about all we should have given. So I built an igloo in my front yard and slept in it for 1 year, freezing outside, and about 70 inside. I've built snow shelters in survival classes. I used one for I decided because like I was lazy and I wanted to use a bunch of technology for no reason. I had to do a demonstrational speech in speech class. And so for my demonstrational speech, I did how to make a snow shelter. So I made a video because I was also in television production class. I made a video of like, oh no, your car's out. This was something that was actually my speech teacher really liked this. I did, oh no, your car is stalled out or whatever. And I lived in the country, so I just filmed me walking over what was the cornfield of yesteryear, and it's just covered in snow. But it's just a shot of me walking alone in the wilderness. I'm like, you've got, a limited amount of time to survive. The weather's going to be dropping. How are you going to survive? And I explain how to find the right kind of snow you're looking for, how to either find packed snow or make packed snow, put it together, dig it out, hollow it out, make sure you've got a vent hole for air and everything else. And then I brought the camera inside. I lit a little fire with a little sterno can, and I explained about the whole thing about surviving in the shelter and how the ice will actually kind of reflect the heat while sort of slowly melting. But the outside temperature, again, will refreeze everything, so you're good. So we're all good. Like, I kind of did the whole thing. It was a fun thing. Snow is an inconvenience, a burden. If I didn't work all day and have time to clear it off my what? I was so busy going on my thing.
Driveway.
Trying to
make paths for my ducks.
Then whatever. But it's more work I didn't ask for. Fair enough. I built a mound as a kid. I was able to dig into it and get inside. I was surprised how much warmer it was inside than outside. Because, again, like there's going to be definitive barriers, and the heat's going to kind of bounce off of them after a while. After a while, the ice becomes quasi-reflective. Since the colder temperatures are outside, it keeps the colder temperatures in the ice there, so the heat's quintessentially trying to freeze it and bouncing off of it instead. So, cool story, bro, says Lexi. Right, we made giant castles out of the snow piles, really elaborate ones. I think that's a lot of people. I'm also moving to Wyoming to get away from the dirty little politics here, so it won't be much warmer or less snowy, but at least I can afford to live without the taxes.
There you go.
Where in Wyoming, and how much does it cost to get a house? I might have a plan.
Yeah. How much is land?
How much? Well, dude, not even necessarily how much is land.
Yeah, it's not land. When I say land, it sounds like do
we have a tiny ranch house available? I got ways to make that work too.
All
right. We have a couple of stories. We can load up our second hour stories. We've got about a half hour left in the program.
Hey, laser lips! Your mama was a snowblower.
No way.
Thank you, Jesse. Still hammering away on those points there for the sound drops. Thank you very much, Jesse. Signifying that our show has got about a half hour left. We haven't really kept up too much on the goal today. I'll check to see if we've had any donations. We're on to the 24th, so if you do throw anything in, it's just counting that up. And that means we're like a week done with the month. So I'm kind of okay with like taking today as is and not like, I don't want to harp on begging people for money. It's not fun. And we don't have a reason.
Yeah, that's why we do
but
the
I don't want to miss.
Day.
I'm just making sure I don't miss anybody. Make sure we don't miss anybody. Cody, Wyoming is expensive, says AP. All right, so that's not going to work. Everybody just moved to Phoenix. Honestly, here's my problem with like Phoenix and New Mexico. The temps get too high for me. The lack of humidity is great. Like, and the idea that anytime I'm hot, like that I'll exude sweat and I'll cool down from that. The idea that all I need is shade and a breeze and I'm great is awesome. But yeah, you need shade and a breeze. That's a problem. I don't know where the ideal spot for me is. I don't know. Right now, the short-term future, the ideal spot is wherever I get to be as close as possible to my lady. So did we grab all of that? No, we have one left. So we have a couple of different stories. We'll see what you might want to talk about. I think I have a theory, though. We have a 150-year-old beer from an Arctic expedition has been opened to recreate a brand new version. So there's one idea.
That is okay. That's interesting. I tried the Shackleton's whiskey when they did the same thing. They found a crate of whiskey that had been left in a hiding place in the floor of his old shack.
The federal government.
That was in there.
So they recreated it. It was very tasty.
I pulled it out of the side chat, and I did already have it up there. We've got an update on the bears in Japan. For those of you who don't know, bear attacks against people have risen sharply in Japan. So we've got an update on that. We've got We've got a pilot frustrated with the state of affairs at airports, and he decided, you know what? He doesn't have a platform, but he has a plane with an intercom.
Okay.
And motherfucker is going to make use of it. So we've got that. I've got a Minnesota man attempting an ice cream cone world challenge in Ireland. I just want to watch this dude's brain freeze if we do that. So that's what that's for. And then we have the story I told you that you were not going to be happy about. I might save that for tomorrow. Might be too depressing for the end of the. We have a mural and a city in mourning, a San Francisco city in mourning, after a Waymo car kills a convenience store cat. So like the convenience store had like a stray cat they kind of adopted, just kind of sat on the counter, was the convenience store cat. Yeah. Waymo didn't know or didn't notice and
just ran down the cat.
I mean, why would they need to program a car about a hit and run with a small animal? It's not like it's a crime.
Right? Well, shit, it's not even a crime when they commit a crime. The cops pulled him over and then got, sent to head office. Remember, we did a story.
Tennessee for 9 months of the year, then Florida or the Caribbean for 3 months. Just need to hit that lottery, says AP. Honestly, for me, I don't know. That would require a lot more research, but I need to get out of snowy weather, ideally. I'll be doing better mentally if I never have snow, because it won't be holding me down. Or I need my legs to work way better. I'll take either.
Yeah.
Preferably the latter. I'll be honest. Preferably the latter. Would rather have fun in the snow. But yeah, so we've got all those to pick from. Do you want to do the beer story? 150-year-old beer?
Or why not?
Okay, so you said
whose beer was it?
This was originally reported by the BBC. A rare bottle of Allsop's Arctic Ale was created in a town in England, Burton upon Trent, in 1875 for Sir George Nair's North Pole mission. The beer was designed to withstand extreme cold, and with an alcohol strength of around 9% and 6 times the calories of regular beer, to sustain sailors in freezing conditions. So this wasn't just beer, this was nutrition.
No, it was like a meal.
It was like a liquid steak. The bottle was later discovered in a garage in Gobewin, Shropshire, and was sold at auction in 2015 for £3,300, or roughly 420 American dollars. Dungle Gunn Sharp, founder of Edinburgh-based brewery Innis and Gunn, is the person who bought it. Sharp now plans to open it during the brewing process at the company's facility to analyze its yeast and flavor profile before using it to make a new limited edition beer in collaboration with Allsop's breweries called Innis and Gunn 1875 Arctic Ale.
Interesting. That'd be cool.
I mean, let's see what the pictures for this are. So, is this the boat they found it on? By the way, Arctic traveling back in the day, that's got some balls.
Yeah. Well, Shackleton. Yeah.
Dear Lord. So
Shackleton had an interesting time of it.
This is what scares me. Like, the bottle and the booze have survived. That's a sealed biome that I don't know, buddy. This guy's way too proud. They're going to break it open. It just looks sus as F. Oh, dude, the cap is still crimped and covered.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's actually a little impressive. Because, it's still crimped
they made
and
things
covered.
to last back in the day.
Really? We just make it so we can throw it out and buy a new one. They told us it's
we're
better
in
for
a
us.
disposable society these days.
Burton has a natural spring, so it won't taste the same. I guess they're going to try and aim for the flavor. More liquor and more carbs. Hell yeah, says Matthew Q. St. Aaron, leave it sealed. Right, I don't think you're supposed to consume that or make other beer to consume out of it. I really feel like we should leave that
the
one.
reverse engineering of it sounds like a cool idea. Sounds really cool. That being said, the Shackletons was great, but they had like a whole crate of bottles, so they only had to open one or two. You know.
Yeah, but that's just, again.
This is just the only. This is the only one. So, I don't know.
It's gonna taste like ass, in my opinion.
Who knows?
I can't imagine it tasting. No, I can't imagine it tasting good. The world doesn't make sense if a bottle of booze that has been, I don't care if it was like you had it yeast in the bottle so it doesn't go bad, like just literally sat in the dark for 150 years, and the fact that biome has kept itself alive. Like, no, I'm sorry. Ew. And here's my other question. Like, legit, I wish I still had the picture on the screen to go back to it. How the fuck do you even open that bottle? Like, that paper stuff looked like it wasn't going anywhere. Do you just cut the glass off of it?
No,
beer
that's
or
metal
whiskey,
crimped
says
on
AP.
So
it was beer.
Yeah, this is beer.
This is how you can. Here's why I don't want to turn my Lego Game Boy into a real working Game Boy. I'm assuming that your methodology, St. Caesar, relies on getting an actual Game Boy. I might have a Game Boy Color around here somewhere, and if I were to suddenly find that, maybe I'd be curious. But here's the weirdest thing. I don't remember the last time I had it. I think I lent it to my dad a long, like decades ago. And the only game I remember having for my Game Boy Color was like Grand Theft Auto. So thank you for the suggestion. Gotta run. Time for supper, says JKD Buck. Well, hey, man, that's kind of how we do this show.
Have a good one.
Use a needle. It will be a cork stopper. Yeah, you're gonna have to use a needle. And I thought possibly like some sort of a drill bit thing. I have to take this call, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, I would leave it as is. I would leave it untouched myself. But, you know, like I said, if there's more than one bottle, you know, that's a different story. But it will be skunky as hell and they won't get any knowledge from it. I don't know. It'd be cool. How did they make it like a stronger booze, but also make it almost like a meal? Like, what's that got to taste like? It's been cold for 150 years, but it'll be bad. Yes, well. Hi. I've got 2 cats who are being very, very patient. Very patient. But it is just about that time. Oh, gross, Mr. Q. He watched a guy drink an old rusty can of Old Milwaukee one time. Had been sitting in the back of his truck for like a year in 100-degree heat. Ugh. Yeah, that's just gross.
I am sorry about that.
That's okay.
I had to ascertain which test he needs. I'm gonna say this: if he gets this test, because I just flat out paid for all that. I'll tell you about all that later.
Yeah.
If he gets this test and they're like, yeah, he still has hyperthyroidism, and they're like, yeah, we got to do this blood test before we'll write the prescription up. No, we're not doing this every month because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. So if he gets this blood test, like this is really kicking me in the savings account. I can't keep doing this because this thing's expensive. I'm not even doing the most expensive one. The most expensive one was the one again. Anyways, so yeah, so we're gonna have to they're gonna have to after this. It's gonna have to be some sort of standing prescription, and that's obviously something that I have to deal with them with. But yeah, I apologize. That's what she's there with Al getting. So those of you that need the Al update, he's at the vet right now, and they're clearing what tests we're doing and what medications he's getting. So yeah. I knew it wasn't going to be cheap. Very not okay with how much I just kissed away for that. And I still have to order the medication, which fortunately the last time, the medication was actually rather not expensive. But anyways, so we have the frustrated pilot, the San Francisco. We'll talk about the cat thing. I guess we kind of already did. Beloved neighborhood cat was killed by being run over by a driverless taxi, sparking fresh backlash against the vehicles. Its name was Kit Kat.
San Francisco?
Oh, no. Its name was Kit Kat, a brown tabby. It was run over by a Waymo driverless car, which left the scene without stopping. So, yeah, it was San Francisco. I'm amazed they didn't track it down and burn it. Do we have a video of this?
If I were the Waymo.
Let's see. This is people in San Francisco reacting.
Team, I would be hoping that this whole Kit Kat thing just dies, and that's not happening.
San Francisco Supervisor Jackie Fielder taking to social media Monday. She announced a plan to ask the state to allow voters in each county to decide how they want autonomous vehicles to operate in their communities. The push coming after a beloved neighborhood cat named Kit Kat was killed by a Waymo last week.
He was the neighborhood cat. He was really, truly loved by everyone. He loved everyone. He brought smile and comfort and joy.
Mike Zidon runs Rhonda's Market in the Mission and was Kit Kat's owner. He says since the cat's death, there's been an outpouring of community support. Outside Zidon's shop, many customers told us they'd support Fielder's resolution.
I was like, those things don't belong in the streets. If it can't...
Wait. Those things don't belong in the streets. Which one? Kit Kat or the Waymo? Which one doesn't
the
belong
Waymo.
in the street?
The Waymo.
The Waymo. So he believes cats belong in the streets.
Well, cats they should be, when they dart into the street, they should have a human at the wheel that could potentially see them and brake. Not a Waymo at the wheel who doesn't give a shit, doesn't notice it, and doesn't care. Besides which, they're going to hit a cat. How about a dog? How about a toddler? What about an adult crossing a street on a green light?
Right? Who watches The Watchmen?
Yeah, these Waymos
I
are
keep
stupid.
doing. I'm sorry. I keep hitting you. I keep hitting you with that one today. Who watches The Watchmen? And I'm starting to think.
Yay, Brian gets to go home.
I'm really starting to worry that you haven't ever actually watched The Watchmen.
I don't know. It's one of the many things where we've got to. The sun is.
It was the best thing about superhero movies getting so big, bold, and famous and popular. Marvel was just crushing it back in the day. It was like I like Avengers 2 or whatever, Age of Ultron maybe was in the pipe and stuff like that, or the first Avengers was coming down the line. Point is, you could sense what they were building, and it was going great, and everybody got bit by the comic book bug, and someone went, why don't we take what is one of the darkest iterations of a comic book universe used as a point of political commentary about the overreach of the government in the Vietnam War, and we make a dark story just wrapped all around it. And that's how you get The Watchmen.
It sounds vaguely familiar, but
it's very good. It's just whatever.
Yeah.
T minus 1 minute until 2:20. What do you mean?
Thank you, St. Caesar.
Yeah, but he's way off. It's 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, who monitors the monitors, damn it? I monitor the monitors. I have 3 or 4 of them that I monitor. I monitor so many monitors that when I'm doing my own show where I use all the monitors, I've actually learned it's beneficial to have glasses with blinders. Like, I'm not even kidding about that part. This started out as a bit where
Instead of getting rid of some of the extra monitors, you'd rather wear blinders.
No, but the monitors have purpose. This is what you don't get. I don't have to flip through things. I can just look over. Like, the monitors have purpose. It's just, again, when you see something move over here, but it's moving over here, it can throw all of you up. It helps to just, again, figure it out. And, oh, my God, you know what's really difficult? Turning my head. This is way easier than clicking through multiple tabs, having to make sure I have the camera on the right screen before I click through all the tabs. It's way easier. Just go, oh, and I can look over there. And now I can look over here.
Gotcha.
Only place it's a problem is I forget to put up stories sometimes. Watchmen has my favorite comic book character, Rorschach. Rorschach is cool. I will say this, the actor they got to play Rorschach, even better. And I loved...
Rorschach. That sounds...
He's the one who has a mask over his head that changes like a Rorschach. His face is constantly changing. If you watch the movie, you would remember that.
Yeah, I remember that character.
He also has one of my favorite lines, not to give away too much of the story, but he ends up in prison at one point, and somebody tries to, like, you know, take him out while he's in line at lunch, and he like scalds the dude with like oil and stuff, like from the fryer, with like a basket of fries from the fryer. It just hits him, and so that dude's like burning, and he looks at all the people around him, and they're all like, what the... And he's like, you guys don't seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. And they like crash him down to the ground, and you're locked in here with me. And so it's crazy. Yeah, they need more cameras on the car. I don't trust those cars in general.
No, again, I don't trust the cars at all. Yeah.
Yeah, AP just saying, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. It's a great line. It's delivered very, very well, and he plays a great Rorschach. So it was all great. I meant T-10, this keyboard. Yeah, don't worry. I can keep track of it, buddy. So yeah, let's get back. Well, we're still watching the horrible catastrophe. Rest in peace, Kit Kat. I'm gonna hug Al extra hard when he comes home, partially just because of the money I spent.
Can't see animals. It doesn't belong to street.
Fielder's proposed legislation has also gotten criticism. Some worry that if passed, it could harm the local economy. That includes Ahmed Banafa, a tech expert and professor at San Jose State University.
So wait a minute. You're worried that people won't be able to make their money because they want to outlaw these cars because they might, I don't know, commit hit and runs for small thing. Again, how does the car differentiate a cat from, say, a toddler? I think that was Digger that even asked that question. No offense. Right. Toddler crawling on all fours for a computer algorithm might read the same as small chihuahua don't give toots about south of the border.
Yep. Slow innovation, increase the cost, discourage the deployment. And other state like Arizona and Texas.
I'm sorry, but when it comes to driverless cars, I'm always going to discourage the deployment. I understand that driverless cars are a thing that might, happen in the future. I'm never going to be in favor of it. I feel like you should not be able to hop into a large motor vehicle and have it decide where it's going and how fast it's going to get there and what does and does not qualify as an object in the road to avoid.
Will welcome, the Waymo and the other companies if we give them a hard time about this.
Beyond the economic impacts, Banafa believes Fielder's proposal also has logistical problems. He says it could lead to a patchwork of different rules among the state's 58 counties, leaving driverless cars almost impossible to use.
If we don't have some kind of a...
that's a pain in the ass. Here's my idea. Yeah. How about...
Order a cab.
We've never had this problem before. Like when the car became a thing, we didn't be like, look, more and more cars are coming on the road, and so we need to talk about whether or not we're going to allow these. Because because again, they were operated by people. We held the people accountable for what the car did, and I feel like at the very least, that's the problem I have with driverless cars. So now, who's responsible for what the car hits? The person riding in it? The person who wrote the software, the company who owns the car? What if it's private vehicles? If you have a private vehicle and it strikes somebody, are you responsible for a glitch in your car's software? No. They did League of Extraordinary Gentlemen with Sean Connery and all those people in it. No. The Watchmen, I don't think, came out at the same time as Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. And it certainly wasn't the same time as League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It came out in 2009. So now league.
He smiles a lot.
League
You're
of
not
Extraordinary.
that late. We've still got about 13 minutes.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, 2003.
There you go. Happy.
And the Spider-Man 1 movie came out 2002. I got you beat by 7 years at best, baby. Woo! Called it. Yes. The nerd is strong with this one. And I had to prove my nerd supremacy. I'm not gonna have somebody out nerd me. No. What? 13. Darn. 13 what?
Minutes left in the show. You know what you can do, though? An hour and a half after this show ends, you can go on over to my channel where I'm going to be live. I'm going to be hanging out. I'm going to be talking with whoever's wants to show up, wants to accept the invite. They can come on over and we shoot the shit. And that's like an hour and a half, an hour and 42 minutes from now. Exactly. Because there's 12 minutes left in the show now.
Yes, Caesar.
So yeah.
I saw Dave.
Feel free to come and join us.
Dave Bautista will be the Kurgan. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess I'll have to see. They are supposedly keeping true to the source material, but editing and altering the film. So my main question is, who's Valance? Like, who's Sean Connery's character? That's my question. And how does that? I'm worried Sean Connery's character will no longer be a Spaniard and instead will be just a Japanese guy, and that's not like a horrible problem for me. I just figured that's probably the big change they'll do. It's like he's an immortal Japanese guy, that's why he has a katana. Otherwise, like a Spaniard marrying a Japanese lady and getting a one-of-a-kind katana thousands of years before they were made, that's a very, very, no, they wouldn't do that. And out of any culture you don't want to be an immortal out of place is in Japan, because they were beheading people before it was cool. So, I mean, you're not going to keep your head very long as an immortal in Japan, especially if you stick out because you're, I don't know, a Spaniard, which was a problem with the original, 1980 movie.
Hello, SC Motorsports. Good to see you. No orgy at my place. Just hanging out with friends. Shooting the shit. Monday night, everyone's finally home from work. Good to see you.
Everyone's home from work. I'm sure my lovely Alucard will be coming home in the next 20 minutes from his vet appointment. He'll have had his blood test and his medicine, and we'll get that all squared away so I can order it for him today or tomorrow. Hooray! And now the last thing I gotta check. I gotta look up Avengers. We want to do Avengers
just to make sure.
Well, just Avengers in general. The Marvel Avenger movie, 2012. So I'm going to say the Avenger movie was 2012. The Avengers was in 2012. Before they did the Avengers, they had to do Thor and Captain America to set up, and Iron Man to set up for the Avengers. So when was Iron Man? So if the Avengers is 2012, the first one was Iron Man. So Iron Man's 2008. Yes! Called it. Iron Man 2008. All right, when's Thor?
221. 221.
I already hit it.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh.
I already I'm
Sorry.
smoking
I'm
smoking the oney today because
Oh, you're smoking your oney. Okay, I didn't see you and I didn't hear the bubbler.
Well, because again, and I told this to you recently, with my legs having been so shitty, the smoking of the marijuana is for mental issues and for physical issues. And with the mental issues, I'm kind of learning to deal with those on my own. The physical issues, it's been less effective, so I've been less motivated to do it. We've had the show knocked out, so I have, the bubbler here if we had, a hype train kickoff to do a little toot-toot, and then, of course, the doctor's over there if we have to bust him out. But I kind of figured neither of those would happen, so we just kind of did this as we needed to intermittently for spasms, and I just used that. So
No, I haven't. I just didn't.
That's why I was talking about the Highlander thing, and right when it rolled over to 220, right when it rolled over to 420, I went like I was talking about how Sean Connery's casting was odd. If you look at the film, and it's like because the whole character premise seems odd because again, culturally speaking, Japan not very welcoming to foreigners, especially European foreigners. They like say a Spaniard, they would tend to stand out a lot. And again, in a country where decapitation was pretty prevalent, so it was just Avengers: Secret Wars was meant to be out already. I don't even know what that is, nor do I care. I just love that Thor is 2011, Iron Man's 2008, and like Iron Man, they left it at the end with Samuel Jackson like, you've become a part of a larger universe. You just don't know it yet. And that part is where we, like, as plebs in the theater found out. But, like, the insiders in Hollywood knew about this shit already. Like, no, they're building a whole universe of movies and franchise of movies around this. And this is after the massive success of the X-Men franchise, the 3 X-Men movies. And so the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was a flop. But, like, again, so they went, let's do something a little darker, and they went with that. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm so happy I got all those things right. There's no idea.
I know you are.
Like, I don't care what anyone else says. The show goals are met for today. I paid way more than I expected to for my cat's vet visit, but I kind of knew that could probably come with the territory. Like, that's a kick in the dick. But, you know, that is what it is. And so we did all those things. And now I'm very happy that we got all that done with the show not having a goal today. It's super awesome. So it's overall, it's just stride after stride, wins for wins. Yeah. Iron Man 3 sucked. I liked Iron Man 3. Unpopular opinion, Iron Man 3 was actually pretty baller. Yeah. I liked that Tony Stark was quintessentially running around. I don't know where. Was he in Florida? I don't fucking remember. But either way, just running around with PTSD because he flew through a wormhole with a nuclear bomb and thought he was going to die. Like, that was the whole thing. And it's just, he just can't handle it. Good story, Johnny. New Goofin. I mean, it totally is. Iron Man 3 is like, unpopular opinion, League of Legends was good. Dude, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was really good. In my opinion, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, if it suffered from anything, is just that it didn't really seem to have much of a premise of a story to do. Like, they established their bad guy, but the bad guy was dealt with. So
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah. Anyways, bubble for your health, says Redman. I don't know what bubble for my health means. Jackson Hole
probably your bubbler
is full of West Coast libtards. Shit's expensive.
Yeah, that was when we were talking about Phoenix and other different places to live.
Yeah. As for the bubbler, like, well, if someone threw in $5, yeah, we'd salute it with a bubbler. I'm not going to do that with a $1. Like, we'll do a proper salute for that. But and there's no point now. It's not going to. That new Predator movie, not that good, says Mr. Q. I'm weird with Predator movies. I might be able to enjoy it. I might, and I might not. I mean, I'll ask you this, Mr. Q. Did you read all the books? Because then I'll know if you're kind of coming at it from the same way I am. Today flew by until I came here. Thanks for the reminder to live in the moment, buddy. Well, you're welcome, Lexi. I'm glad I can remind you to live in the moment. If there's one lesson I could learn, as well as espouse, like, learn from me and what I feel like, there's such a long list. But like, just don't focus on the negative stuff. You've got other shit to do, so don't focus on the negative stuff. Yeah, we'll go to the frustrated pilot one because I don't know how much longer this will be relevant. Supposedly, Donald Trump is demanding that the air traffic controllers get back to work, and that and supposedly the government shutdown is about to end. However, here is a frustrated pilot urging his passengers to, as he phrases it, call their senators.
don't really care what your political persuasion is, but you should really call your senator, because I'll tell you, this is costing the airline millions of dollars. And just think of 30 airplanes with one engine running. It's going to take us at least 90 minutes to take off. So it's frustrating. But right now we're at a 4% reduction in flight capacity. Next week we go to 10. Last night I had a 6-hour delay in Houston. And the weather was perfect. It's because the air traffic controllers aren't getting paid.
Last week I had a 6-hour delay in Houston, and the weather was perfect. Hell, I was like, if I could just get going, I've got a lady to plow on the other side of the country. Like, dude, it's
6 hours later, she's not so plowable.
Dude, I love how I was like, look, I don't care what your religious persuasion is, but you need to write your senator. And again, not that I disagree with his argument, but there is one group that's kind of holding that up more than another this time around. And I'm not saying that like they're always the problem. Like, no, it's just because the other ones are in power, so they got to write all the rules. They don't want to hold this up. It's just the group that's not empowered doesn't like some of the rules that got written, so they want to hold it up. And that's what happens every damn time. It's just like, oh man, it's costing. I gotta say this. I don't know about how I felt about it's costing the airline company millions of dollars. Yeah, but don't they kind of turn profits regularly? So I feel like
they can afford to take the hit.
Well, more than that, they can afford to take the hit, but that's not really the point. The point is they get to make money, and they use that money to influence the people in government. I feel like the airline companies should be calling these senators and going, hey, I donated to your campaign, asshole.
That's
How about
true.
you back that
That's
thing
very
off
true.
a touch? Smiles a lot for you. Throwing us $4.
Thank
That's
you.
Technically not the 5, but I don't give a shit. We'll count it.
That's
wait. Nope, that's
Is it a lemon?
Yeah, it's a little lemon sticker. It's a little lemon sticker. So lemon character waving goodbye. Well, thank you for that. We're gonna get out of here.
Thank you. Didn't the government bail the airlines out in 2008? I don't know.
All I know is, again,
Waiting and sending it to you. Wow.
I'll tell you this: the CEOs of those companies will get a hell of a lot more of a reasonable reception and actual thoughts listened to than you or I will showing up and knocking on our congressman's door or leaving him a voicemail or an email.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot less will happen there. So yeah, yep, and Dems are completely at fault, but regardless, no government employee that is essential should be affected by a government shutdown, but Congress should. They should. See you tomorrow. Bring your fanny pants. Oh, fancy pants.
Fancy.
I have fancy pants? All right, I'll bring my fancy pants.
I know.
All right, so we're going to get out of here. Before we go, just one last thank you to this month's studio sponsor, Lab Glass. Lab Glass's butt-breathing classes. It's a breath of fresh ass. I've enjoyed having you. Thank you for being here, Digger. You're going to be live tonight.
Thank you.
In
an hour and a half.
Yeah, I will drop in probably some point after I get done making my dinner, because that's going to be a labor-intensive process. Anyhow, so we've been Johnny. You've been an audience. She's been Digger.
Bye.
Bye.
Shut up and sleep with me. Come on, why won't you sleep with me? Shut up and sleep with me.
Clip it.